Good evening, everyone. Welcome to episode 55 of Malt and Magic, the Forgotten Kingdom of Nylin. Let's get these intros done quickly and get on with the game, because I'm sure you're all eager to see what happens to our intrepid explorers as they traverse the northern mountain ranges of Nylin. So, my usual thank yous go out to Owlbear Incarnate, or Owlbear Rodeo, I should say, Incarnate, D&D Beyond, Hero Forge, Kassoon, 5e Magic Shop, Tabletop Audio, and of course a huge shout out to Battle Bards, who we use for all our sound effects and a lot of our musical tracks as well. If you want to get your own musical tracks and sound effects in your own game, or you want a discount on those, then use the code you can see on screen, use Malt Magic. As you register, get yourselves a nice cheeky discount, make your game more immersive. I think I've got that pretty well rehearsed now. That seems to just sort of roll off the tongue every episode. It's only taken me 55 episodes, but we got that. So, what else to say? Please follow us all, follow us on social media, on our social media channels, so Twitter, Instagram, almost said LinkedIn, but didn't there. I'm thinking about a Discord. We probably need to discuss that as a group, but we will see where we go with that. And of course, check out YouTube as well for all the past episodes. We do release them on a Friday after the stream tonight, on a Monday. Hello to everyone listening on the podcast as well. If you do want to check out the podcast and you'd sort of rather listen to us, or you taking a journey, taking a walk, and you want to listen to Malt and Magic, get a little bit more of Malt and Magic in your life, then please go use the podcast. Go check out the podcast on your platform of choice. And if you can, leave us a review, a like, whatever you can do to show your support. Not only will we massively appreciate, but it helps get the word out as well. So anything you can do for that, like, follow, subscribe. Talking about following, if you're not following the Twitch channel already, I'm going to put my teeth back in a minute. If you're not following the Twitch channel already, please do. When we hit 50 followers, we will be running a very special contest. From those 50 followers, we'll pick one person who gets to design an NPC character alongside myself to feature in our game. So you'll get a little piece of you in Malt and Magic. So don't miss out on that chance. Please go follow the stream and follow the channel. A massive shout out to Tales of Tilnar. Our sister D&D show. I keep calling it that. We're not officially affiliated, but I kind of say it because Simao is the DM. So if you want even more D&D in your life, because let's face it, we can't get enough of it, then please go check out Tales of Tilnar on YouTube and see Simao in his DM's chair with his own crazy bunch of players. A lot of fun, that one. So I think that's pretty much it for my intros, my announcements. There's no other major announcements today. We did mention last week about when we hit 100 followers, maybe doing a cosplay event episode. We'll see. But with that, let's get into the game. So there will most certainly be adult humour and most certainly adult language as well. You have been warned. Let's roll. Good evening, my wonderful players.
Hello. We keep promising this cosplay, but I tell you what, how's that? Oh, I don't know.
Well, we got to get to 50 first.
And then 100.
50 first, then 100. So if people want to see us in cosplay, they need to start inviting their friends and getting the followers.
I'll wear a purple dress.
You heard it here first, folks.
There you go. It's live on air.
To see that.
That's a commitment right there.
So
yeah, I've just seen your note in the chat there, Danny, as well. You really want this fresh fish guy back, don't you?
I do. Fresh! Just do the voice for me one time. Just do it for me one time.
Fresh fish. There it is.
There it is.
There we go. He's happy. So let's do a lineup very, very quickly. I am Matt. I am the Dungeon Master. I also play the psychic character of Bothrid, and all the NPCs and monsters. I'm going to go have another sip of whiskey, and I'll let you guys intro yourself.
Sounds good.
I am Danny, and I play Ander Hornraven, the source of all calm and logic for the group.
Yeah.
I am Simao, and I play Kirik Gravetusk, by far the most chaotic out of the three of us.
I'm Dave. I play Dargon the Brave. Coincidentally, the smallest character that we have in the party, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, true story.
Absolutely.
Right, now you've said that, you've got to do your halfling artificer. I can never say artificer.
Bad of a pain at your service.
I'll do that voice now for the whole evening.
There we go. So if anybody wants to see that voice in all its glory,
yeah, one time
yeah.
only.
If anybody wants to see that voice in all its glory, go check out the special Christmas episode we did for my birthday. Actually, it was a nice change with Samau in the DM's chair and all of us just playing some random characters, but it was good.
That
fun.
was hilarious.
So yes, I suppose we should get into it. So last week we had arguably one of my favourite moments of the stream so far, as you left the campsite filled with Cyclops corpses, and made your way further up into the mountain range. As it began to get colder, light sort of sleet on the air, and then you found what looked like the actual trail or road that the Cyclops have been using to move around the mountain range, and decided to follow it even higher. Gained altitude and found what seemed to be some sort of dwarven entrance, maybe an old remnant of a mine or something like that, half destroyed, but decided to go check it out. Found various things inside, nothing really of note other than the fact that it was mostly distinctly dwarven. And then came really to the end of that particular cavern, at which point what should pop out of a corner but a beholder. And if anybody's not seen the reel of the faces and the reactions to the beholder being sort of appearing right before our break last week, go check out the episode or go check out social media where you can see it in all its glory. It was a lot of fun. I thoroughly enjoyed all of those reactions.
That was great fun.
We did deal with the beholder. I say we dealt with the beholder. Ander and Dargon dealt with the beholder, while Kirik decided to befriend and be charmed by a beholder and heal it. And I think Bothra got put to sleep. So,
Kirik did the most damage to both sides of the party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that meme where it's, I think it's like a road cleric and it's a cat that scratches a bloke's hand and then licks it to say sorry. It was basically that in real life. You damaged him and then healed him straight away to apologise.
Absolutely.
Pretty much.
So then, with nothing else to really find in this sort of dwarven cavern itself, slightly suspicious that was not the beholder's lair and there was probably more to explore, but very difficult for you to traverse up and down those vertical shafts that you did find. Ventured back out into the snow, basically. Continued up into the mountain range, where Kirik then cast Water Walk on you all, and you are able now to traverse the snow after a short rest. Of course, there was a short rest in there as well. You're now able to traverse the snow without sinking into it, and it's a little bit like, if anybody's ever read the Halo novels, there's a bit in like one of the first Halo novels where they talk about changing the shield depth on the feet and it becomes a little bit slippy. So you're kind of just getting used to that at the minute, that feeling of almost walking on air, but walking on top of the snow.
It's a very niche reference.
It is a very niche reference, but I'm a gamer and a geek, and I love Xbox and I love Halo. So there you go. I'm going to get all of those pop culture references.
So I suppose it's not that niche if we all get it.
I was going to say, I got it. I'm good.
Cool. So there's a lot of love for Ander in the chat tonight. I am here for all of that. So well done. So as we begin tonight's episode, you are all currently walking. I say walking. The weather has got worse. You've probably been travelling now for another hour since your long rest through these northern mountains. The snow is coming down. It is cold. It is bitter. And it is difficult to see. So the first thing I need everyone to do tonight is everyone needs to roll me a survival check, please.
Okay.
Coming in strong with a 25.
Fucking hell, when did I get that?
9.
Oh, other end of the
Start
spectrum.
with.
15.
Mm-hmm.
That's like your
15.
initiative rolls.
Yep.
Let's do one for my main man, Bothrid. Okay, Bothrid gets a 19. So, sorry, what was yours, Dargon?
15.
15. Okay, Kirik, roll me a Constitution saving throw, please.
$21.
Okay. I can get the right dice out. So as this wind, snow, cold continues to batter you, Dargon, you fairly resistant to cold anyway. You sort of your understanding the mountains, or your understanding of the mountains, your understanding of this weather puts you in a particular advantage against this. And you, having bought the furs, have wrapped them around you, and Bothrid himself is also wrapped in his chimera cloak, just keeping off that that cold, that bitter cold that is biting through, almost to your bones. Kirik, however, you're struggling a little bit with the cold today. And you are going to take a big fat 2 points of cold damage. That is quite possibly the worst thing I could have ever rolled.
That was worth it.
I'm going to take 1 because I'm resistant to cold.
There we go. So it is very, very cold, and the path is difficult to see now, to the point where you are just trying to traverse the flattest part of this you can. But you are up a mountain, and some points the paths narrow, some points they widen. What is the plan from here as the weather continues to worsen?
We were going to be brave and try and actually get all the way over, weren't we? Do you think that's still possible?
And it does still look like we're heading north in the right direction, or are we being forced via the path down or round or in the wrong direction? What's the...
I'm going to ask you to make me another survival check, please.
That's what I'm here for.
You're heading in.
19.
19. It does, from what you can work out, even with the sort of the cloud cover and the snow coming down, there is still that glow of the sun behind the cloud, and you can roughly work out that it does seem you're still heading in a northerly direction. What are you doing?
Dagon, what do you think? Seems to be your environment.
Yeah, I'm just conscious of the fact it's not yours. You guys feeling alright?
I could carry on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the snow doesn't seem to be slowing us down thanks to Kirik's helpful treat, whatever you did to us. It seems to be working. So I think we could go at pace.
Just
try and just go through it.
Yeah. Keep warm. Keep behind me. Let's keep going.
We just need to flag if one of us starts to suffer.
Yeah.
And then we might need to retreat or think of a plan B.
As we keep going, let's keep looking for any coverage, anything that might shelter us from this cold, from the atmosphere, anything that might help. Just also, in case you need it.
Also, maybe a big dragon. Maybe keep our eyes peeled for that.
Bloody good idea. Keep an eye out for that as well.
A little bit nervous about that.
Yeah. Let's carry on then.
I got dark vision for 8 hours last time. We've had a short rest and we've done all of our bits and bobs. How long have I got left of that?
Probably got about 3 or 4 hours left.
Okay.
Okay. So it's cast on you literally as you went into the cave.
Yeah.
And you probably only spent an hour traversing the cave. There was the Beholder battle, and then the short rest. So yeah, I'll say you've got 3 hours left. Okay. So you continue to traverse what you believe is north, and eventually the narrow path opens out into this sort of wide, almost looks like a glacial basin. And you continue to walk across it. At one point, as you're crossing this icy basin, you hear this very sharp crack. And you will stop.
What was that?
The ground underneath your feet trembles slightly.
Do we discern the noises and ice, the sound of cracking ice?
Maybe a nature check.
Coming at you with a 12.
12.
3.
It certainly sounded like a crack of
that.
ice. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, what was that?
It sounded like a crack of ice.
It certainly sounded like a crack of ice.
I think maybe we step back.
Slowly. Edge. Back. And the sound was on us, like where we are, not behind us or in front of us.
Sort of echoed around this glacial basin bit.
I mean, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Dagon. You need to.
What else can we? What else can we see ahead of us? Does it look normal? Is that
Maybe.
you know?
Make
Sorry,
a perception check, please.
Yep. $14.
What you can see, sort of, or the distance you can see, is probably only around, I'll say, maybe 30 or 40 feet with the snow that's coming down. All you can see in front of you at the minute is just this stretch of glacial basin. You do sort of get the feeling of the mountains up around you. You're definitely in the mountain range proper now. And then there is another crack.
Can we walk around? Can we go up the mountains? Can I see, does it look like we could traverse that? Or are these like a sheer cliff face?
As it's not a sheer cliff face, what you see is sort of you stepped out of this path now, and it opens out into this glacial basin, and you've already begun to walk across the glacial basin to get across to the other side, basically.
Right.
And yeah, there are just these crack sounds.
Are we at the point where we've got far enough where there's actually no point turning back, and we might as well just leg it? Are we like pretty much
I'd say
halfway
you're
across?
probably around halfway across at this point as you continue to walk and then stop.
Is there?
Might as well just carry on then.
Yeah. Can we see the other side?
Not with the current distance you can see. Can I have a marching order, please?
I would assume I'm first.
I will go second, and just as we're walking and I start to hear the ice crack, I will just tap Ander on the shoulder and I'll say, let's hope you don't need this. I'm going to cast Protection from Energy on him and give him resistance to cold damage.
Boom, boom. I'll be having some of that, thank you. I've just had a thought. Kirik, that power you gave us, it doesn't matter if we fall in, does it? Because we can walk on. We'll be able to walk on water, right?
That is also true.
Let's just hope it's not a block of ice and it will crumble away from us. That's our only problem. But other than that, you're quite right.
We've got nothing to worry about.
As Ander says, you have nothing to worry about. There is an almighty. And I need Kirik and Ander to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Oh, happily.
Sorry, was that a dex saving throw?
Dex saving throw, yeah.
How long am I resistance to cold for?
Yeah. 1 hour, or until my concentration drops, which might be now. 10.
You just just manage in time as this huge, great crack opens up between the party and just... And Bothrid and Andy, you dive one way. Dargon, Kirik dive the other way. As effectively this glacial basin just cracks in two. And there is a now 100-foot wide, as it opens up and you guys begin to run, 100-foot wide chasm.
Oh,
good.
Quite deep. In fact, we won't say 100 foot because that's probably a bit too much for you to run. We will say 40 foot wide.
Okay.
so
And is that splitting us that we can still both run forwards, or is it that that's literally blocked one of us off from getting over it?
Two of you are on one side, two of you on the other.
I get that. I mean, is that like, you know, as in
For
the direction?
once, the DM has split the party.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So
to
your point was,
clarify,
are we-
if
are we
we're heading
left
in
and
this
right?
direction, has it split like that, or has it split like
Oh, no,
that?
it's split down the middle.
Fine.
So literally, in the direction you're heading, Dargon and Kirik could continue on.
Yeah.
Ander and Bothrid are now kind of stuck.
See you guys. Toodle pit. It's nice knowing you. Right. Guys, are you okay over there?
So there's no water. It's literally just abyss.
It is
Okay.
too cold for any of this to turn to water.
Bothrid, can you jump that distance?
No.
Not even as your big icy cat creature.
Maybe.
Could you potentially do it
I
with
do have
someone
one-
riding on your back?
I maybe have one thing I couldn't do. He's going to place a hand on you. And he's
Ooh.
going to cast Jump.
All right.
For 1 minute, your jump distance is tripled.
I'm gonna fucking have a right run up here. Right. So, if I'm able to do this, are you able to follow?
Maybe.
I don't want to leave you here. I'm kind of looking for a definite yes or a no, Bothrid. If not, I'll be shooting an arrow across with a rope and we'll be tightrope walking.
Need you to jump. Then maybe I turn into animal. And maybe climb or jump or something. Maybe
Right.
spider.
Well, hang on, right. Let's not be hasty. Let's circle back round to the tightroping idea that I've had. Let's not. Spider's a bit unnecessary. I've seen you turn into better things than that.
You've got a minute.
I literally
Yeah,
just
literally.
nearly fell down a chasm. I don't need palpitations from you being a spider coming at me from behind.
Under. If you're going to jump,
What?
do it quickly.
If you're
not
turning
last
into a
long.
spider, I'm leaving right now, and I'll just turn and run and try and jump it.
Okay. So, what is your jump distance?
What do we work this out
over
as?
40 feet.
Strength score.
Oh, good. So -1.
No, score.
No, score,
Eight.
score.
Score.
So it's 24 foot.
It might be. I can't remember. It might be 10
But it was
times
something
10.
plus
Yeah.
your
Yeah, something like that.
and I can never remember this.
Oh, so
I'm trying to
18
find
times
this
3, we're right
isn't
then.
it?
It's 54 foot.
Rule check.
This is how often I jump.
Yeah, I think I've only ever jumped once, and it was in a recent episode.
Movement. There
Determines
we go.
how far.
Jumping. Your strength determines how far you can jump. Long jump. When you make a long jump, you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before you jump. When you make a standing long jump, you can only leap half that distance.
So if I get a run up, I can only jump 8 foot, and then times it
No,
by
'cause
3,
that's
so I
now
can only
tripled.
jump.
Yeah.
So I can only jump 24 foot.
Yeah.
Well, right. To be true to myself, I didn't realise this. Bothrid just told me I could jump, so I've just run and jumped, and I'm only going to make half of it.
Fuck.
Let's see what happens.
Okay. So Ander, in a bit of a panic, just turns, sprints, and make me an acrobatics check, please.
Oh, acrobatics. Happy days. Right, okay. 21. For the
Despite the slippiness of the ice and the water walking ability, you manage to get a good foot in, run and jump, and it's at this point you spring off with significant force and you think, holy shit, this is going not so well, as you have that Neo in the Matrix moment where you've jumped and then holy shit, as you begin to fall down this chasm.
Can I lob a rope towards him?
Kirik, say that again.
I jump after him.
Nice!
Oh, this is going to be so cool.
So as Dargon's there with the bag of holding, just about to get out a rope, Kirik's just gone dived in after him.
See,
good luck figuring that out.
So at the minute, I'll say, Andy, you are just falling. Kirik, I'm going to assume you have wingsuited this bastard and you are head down, zooming down towards. Okay.
Yep.
If I cast Blade Ward on myself, so that's... Oh, never mind.
That's only melee attacks, isn't it?
I always do that.
It won't matter. You'll get pureed once you hit the ground.
What's 500,000? Yeah, as long as it's 8, we're fine.
Okay, is there anything else anybody wants to do before we work out this?
Apart from the fact that I will continue to lob a rope, towards the falling figures, not quite knowing what the hell Kirik's going to do. He just wants to end it now.
Kirik, make me an athletics check.
That's surprisingly decent. 18.
18. So you do, in this moment of sheer clarity and self-sacrifice, just think, shit. Dive off, and it is a proper swan dive. You are nose down, cape billowing out behind you, just dropping. And as you're falling, this all happening in very relative slow motion at this point, you are sort of just panicking, arms going everywhere. You can see this figure now diving towards you. Looks like slowly catching up on you. Is there anything you want to do to try and slow yourself down?
Completely forgetting the fact that you also have a cape.
I tell you what though, I've got Alter Self. I was like, does it give me wings? No, but it can help me swim. That's irrelevant. I'll tell you what I might do.
Can you?
Depends where you land.
I was about to say,
useful.
Yeah, can you alter self and make those little squirrel wings, down between your arms and legs?
I was thinking, if I enlarge myself, I'll be bigger, so I'll have longer arms to reach back to him, but then I'll also be heavier, so I'll have a bigger terminal velocity, so I'll accelerate away from him.
Well, I don't think that would quite work. I think you'd also slow down due to the fact you've got a great surface area.
Drag's bigger, yeah.
That probably works out exactly the same, and you might just be able to reach, but depends how far away. If you go, oh yes, I'm 3 foot taller, he's 40 foot away. Shit.
Here's a curveball. If I cast slow on myself, then my falling speed half.
Only if you had Featherfall.
Give me a second to read that one.
Yeah,
It
Featherfall's
says an
the one.
affected target speed is halved. It doesn't say. I'm looking for a cheat code here.
Unless it got slow on gravity.
Doesn't quite work. So, in that moment, what's the range on that? Bothrid is going to go. Oops. smack his hand on the floor, and cast Plant Growth, which is 150 foot sort of radius from where he is. So he is going to try and target the ground underneath you. He's going to make an intelligence check for that.
Would I...
That's going to go well.
In my panicky brain, be able to tie a rope to the arrow and then shoot it towards Kirik? I don't know if I'd be able to, would I? I'd be too flustered. I don't
Maybe
actually
a wisdom
shoot
saving
with an
throw.
arrow. Oh, good. 14.
Okay. I will let this thought strike in that moment of panic as you flap first and then go, oh shit, not working. You have that brief flash of, okay. And you pull out an arrow, pull out the rope, straight dex check, please.
Lucky point, please, just in case. Oh, I got 21 both times. Same roll, both times.
There you go. So you managed to loop this rope around the arrow as you're still falling in slow motion. It's the quickest you've ever done it, just sort of...
I didn't have a lucky point left, so it's a good job I didn't get the same roll.
It was 21 anyway, it's good.
Yeah.
I'm going to say make me a ranged attack with disadvantage, please.
Coming at you! With disadvantage, fuck's sake, it's a 1 and... No, oh no, yeah, it's a 1. So plus 11, 12.
So you fire and it just is wildly off course. The rope just sort of trailing away from you and you're just a bit like, that's going to fail. As these then plants begin to sort of burst out of the ice around you, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
So I've lost the rope and the arrow, that's good. 25 on the dex
That's
save.
just going up. 5. Okay, you manage to... These plants, because Bothrid's intelligence check was shit, they are not growing out in sort of a cushion, which is what he was trying to do. They are just bursting out all over the place. And you manage to sort of grab onto one, and it slows you down just enough for Kirik to just about get within finger's reach of you. Kirik, what would you like to do?
I will grab him if I can, and in that moment where I feel that I've grabbed onto his hand or his leg, I will Dimension Door us back up.
So there's that brief moment where, Andy, you've sort of grabbed the plant with one hand and it's just slowly dragging the skin away off your hand as you're sort of sliding down it. Probably hurts a bit as well. I'm going to say you will take... Let's get an easy to get out dice.
Should have just cast
Only check on
banishment.
my dice there. You're going to take 2... Oh no, because you'll still pop back out there, won't you?
Yep.
You're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as your sort of shoulder jars, and then in that moment, Kirik, the briefest of touches, as the both of you are just plummeting towards the bottom of this chasm, which you now sort of see is approaching pretty rapidly. There is just then this blink, and then in a swirl of sort of black dark energy, just next to Dargon, who has just thrown a rope over, the two of you just onto the floor in a heap. Kirik on top of Ander. At which point Bothrid's just going to shout over the chasm. Sorry.
Ander, that didn't go well. I don't care it. Thought you both were just going to plummet to your death then.
I didn't think I'd have to jump off a cliff to get you on top of me, Kirik.
Yeah, don't get too excited. I'll get up and I'll help Ander up.
Okay.
So we've lost 2 ropes. now? Because you lobbed yours and I've thrown mine with an arrow.
Oh, no.
I'm still holding onto one end of
so
mine.
you can reel it in.
Through the
Your
hole.
arrow and your rope's just gone. Nobody knows it. Literally.
This will help.
Yeah. Use this. What do I tie it onto? Okay. I mean, can I just try throwing the rope holding one end over to Bothrid? There's not going to be much spare, because there'll be like 5 foot spare the other end. 50 foot, and if you said it was a 40-foot cavern, it's literally gonna be one hell of a throw.
Okay, so there's going to be 2 facets to this skill check then. I need you to make me a straight... In fact, that's going to be an athletics check to get it across.
Okay.
And there's going to be
That's 24.
Dex check for Bothrid. 24, so you do manage to throw and get it across. Bothrid gets a 5, so even as the rope just comes across, he just misses it. It's not going well.
Just throw it again.
Do you want to do it again?
22.
Bothrid just misses it again. I have idea.
Okay.
And this time he's going to touch himself and cast Jump.
Aye.
Which is not a concentration spell. It lasts for a minute. And then he is going to immediately wild shape.
Into something, and suddenly jumps 120 feet.
Into a brown bear?
Holy
Black
shit.
Bear. Brown bear. Or was it a cave bear? Yeah, it was a cave bear. So he just grows into this huge furry cave bear, takes a few steps back, begins to charge 10 feet, and then just jumps. And with his jumping distance tripled, that gives him 60 feet of a jump.
I've got the rope in my arm, like ready, seeing the sort of the arch that he's doing, seeing if it's going to be similar like Ander to throw it towards him again, and obviously seeing that it's quite the apex is going to be massive, going to go, yeah, never mind.
So Bothrid now needs to make an acrobatics check, or fall on his arse.
Kind of thinking Bothrid stitched me up here. We could have just done that and I could have rode him across. Last time I listened to a simpleton.
Bothrid in bear form comes over the top of this chasm, making the distance, and it's like there's something otherworldly about this jump, as the bear just then, face first, arms out, just slides across, looks like a bear rug as he just sort of lands on the side of it.
I hope that hurt.
Stands. And Bothrid's in bear form is just going to turn to you and
then I'll tickle him behind the ear.
Bites your hand off.
Right. Bothrid, probably a good idea. Stay in that form. Let's get off this glacier as quickly as we can.
it's almost like the bear gives you a thumbs up, but just sort of lifts a paw and flexes, sort of like a finger up.
I will jump on Bothrid's back.
I will lob the rope towards you and just say, make a harness.
Can you give me some of that?
That's not.
I just turned to Kirik. He's going to fucking die.
One of these days, yeah.
So Bothrid can now stay in this shape for 3 hours.
Holy shit!
So Bothrid just stays in cave bear form and begins to sort of plod along with Ander on his back. Just continues on. It gets a little bit sore after a while. There not being a saddle or anything like that. Your thighs begin to hurt a little bit, and your balls begin to chafe, basically.
Chafe.
Yeah, it's gonna chafe. It's gonna be a bit like ball soup in there.
chafe damage.
And we will say for the next 3 hours, you manage to traverse this glacial basin with no other ill effects. And slowly but surely, the cold doesn't subside, but the snowstorm begins to alleviate slightly, and you can now see the pass continues on. I will say, as you get off the glacial basin and travel in, you spend that whole 3 hours travelling, and you're sort of in some sort of shelter now as of the mountains growing up around you, and it's almost like you're in a tunnel of sorts, but not. It's just where the crags of the mountain are growing out. There's still a lot of snow around, but you find a relatively dry area to stop.
Shall we stop here and attempt another day tomorrow?
I think so. We've been walking for a while now.
We can also make a plan as which way we think we're going, and just double check that that's what we want to do.
Based on my perception of the current weather conditions and whatever else it may take, do I perceive that there may be any form of adverse weather in the near future, like a blizzard or snowstorm, anything like that?
Make me an H check, please.
Oh. 21. A lot of 21s happening.
So, you would notice that the clouds don't seem to dissipate too much. It brightens up slightly, but you get the feeling now you're at this altitude and in almost the heart of the Shivering Spine Mountains. These snowstorms are probably going to be quite frequent.
We need to make sure we're sheltered.
I've not got much wood left. Only probably enough for the night. Do you wanna have it, or keep it till later? Just a quick cursory look around. Is there any trees around, or are we in a barren, high mountain, pass or something?
I'll say make me a perception check.
10.
There's no real massive trees. You find a few scraggly bushes and sort of just very weak, limp-looking shrubs that could potentially be used, but they're all now sort of sodden as well, so it's not going to be easy to burn. Unless you.
When I was falling to my death because of you, was it you who made them plants come out of the side for me to grab onto?
Yes, try to make cushion, but failed. You're not so smart.
Could you? Well, the evidence is pretty much there. It's an open shut case on that one. Are you able to make a fort or a shelter out of plants for us to brave any windstorm or snowstorm? I haven't forgiven Bofford for nearly killing me yet, as you could tell. High levels of sass on the horizon.
I can maybe make plants grow from ceiling across and thicker, which we need to find something to start with.
Do you think we could use those trees over there?
Well, they on floor, they just bar path, block path. Begins looking up to see if he can see any plants. Rolls a natural one. Bothrid's rolling for shit tonight.
What?
We not see no plants.
Shall we try and have the fire tonight? See if we get any more wood. Should have been looking should have been looking today, but I wasn't. And plus half of it was a fucking glacier, so.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye out.
Alright. I will take the last remaining bits of wood out that I've got and light a fire.
Okay. How much wood have you got?
Well, it says just quantity 4, and I think I've done some 2 fires out recently. I'm guessing that we did that in the terms of enough for 1 per night. So I'm gonna kind of guess that somewhere along the lines, this is probably about my last amount.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Just having a look at that.
Yeah, just so if I.
How much wood would a Dargon chuck if a Dargon could chuck wood?
So I'm happy to say that it'll last the night, but that's it. Sort of. Yeah.
Okay. So you light sort of this fire, and it does warm the immediate area around you. Let's have a bit of a. Are we taking a long rest? I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could do with one.
Let's have a watch order then.
Just before we do that, just as we're having dinner and stuff, I will unattune to the Stuff of Healing and attune to the Warhammer of Warning just for the night.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, now we're talking. I like style.
It's almost like
Just
Kieran
in
doesn't trust his
case.
DM.
I don't trust the mountains.
It's getting colder and colder and worse. We all know what's going to be the end of this, don't we?
Indeed.
I will take first watch.
Okay, so Kieran's taking first watch. Second.
I'll take
I'll
it.
go
I'll say
second.
Boss would go second.
Oh,
That's right. Boss
Those are
can
3 of
take
us.
it. You're all too slow. Who's taking last watch?
Me.
There we go. Andy gets third.
Boffrey should always have the last breakfast slot watch.
Yeah. Too late now.
And Anders.
Guess Dargon's cooking.
Hey, it'll be a masterful treat of charcoal.
We'll wake up and his kilt will be on fire and his
At least it'll be warm.
singed.
Okay, so we will say you eat some food and then sort of try and make yourselves as comfortable as possible. Bothrid in Bothrid form or Bothrid style. Does Druid craft just some sort of viney pillow sort of thing to rest his head on, all for a bit of comfort. As you all then sort of start to bed down for the night and it gets very dark, the only light really around you, the light of the fire, you begin to hear the sound of wolves howling in the night sky, somewhere out in the mountains, just echoing around. Anything anybody wants to do before we fall asleep?
Can I try and determine some more of these vials? I've got 5 left that I don't know what they are. So I'm hoping one of them will be a vial of perpetual warmth.
Have a look at the spell slot.
If that's a thing.
I think you should do with some of the
Yeah.
scrolls. Maybe it's a scroll of wish.
Well, what do you think I'm going to do on my watch? I'm not going to be looking out for the wolves. I'm going to be, well, to see how it
So
goes.
I will say you can take 2 vials out
Yep.
and have a look. So for the first one, let's get up my notes. Too many things. There we go. Okay. Where are we? So, I need you to roll me. You are proficient with herbalism, aren't you?
Alright.
So, are you? Doesn't say that anymore. Or have you got a herbalism kit?
I did buy a new one from Mephisto after I lost all of my belongings.
But you're not actually proficient in it.
I
don't know if you should be, but the character sheet I'm looking at.
I used to be before I changed rogue subclass.
Okay.
So that's fucking.
I will say add that back
now.
in. Because that's not really going to change by you changing your subclass.
No. Actually makes more sense now I'm a scout rogue. I'm good with nature and plants and shit.
Absolutely. So I'm going to say roll me a straight intelligence check.
Yep.
And add your proficiency bonus on top, please.
I'll cast guidance.
20.
Okay. So guidance is also cast on you.
It's an extra d4 if you want.
Gives me extra d4. Alright, I'll take it. So that will be 22 altogether. Nice.
Okay. This vial, as you sort of study it, there's a blue potion inside, which, even with the stopper on, looks like if it's bubbling and steaming, almost like it's boiling, but it is not hot to the touch. With the 22, you've seen and heard of this before.
I think I already have one as well.
You do indeed. It is a potion of heroism.
Oh. Awesome. Got 2 of them bad boys now.
Cool. And the second. Same check again, please. Straight intelligence.
Guidance again.
Efficiency bonus.
Oh. And this one is a 28 altogether. I am on fire.
You are.
Oh, Christ. Well, here we go.
Oh shit, put it out. I've stood on the campfire.
Random rolls, and yeah. As you pick up this vial, the clear liquid inside floats at the top of the container. And it looks like there's these cloudy white-like impurities drifting throughout it. You instantly recognise this. You've heard of it. You've never been able to
I'm glad
make
Andy
it.
does because I ain't got a fucking clue.
But Anda recognises this as a potion of flying.
I was just going to say...
Oh, where was that
yeah,
fucking
exactly.
20 minutes
That's
ago?
exactly what I was just going to say.
Fuck's sake.
I have a table of what all these could be, and just decided, we'll throw caution to the wind, we'll roll for them, and yeah.
I've lost my broom of flying, but I've got a potion of flying. Happy about that.
So that will last for an hour.
Holy shit, it's usually 10 minutes. Oh, no, that's...
It's a single use. Flying speed equal to your walking speed for 1 hour, and you can...
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that might be useful.
Well,
especially when fighting a dragon.
And I can hover. Oh, I'm excited.
Whilst Anders looking at that, I will turn to Kirik. Kirik. Were we meant to be talking to anyone? Sending messages?
Not that I can remember. I don't think so.
No, it's just our thing of usually forgetting, so I just thought I'd ask.
I don't think we meant to. We can probably check back on the malt. We can probably check with the malt masters. I can do that tomorrow.
Yeah, we can check. We suppose we could check with them, and we were going to say that Captain Swift was on their way down to River's End as well, but I'm guessing they may be a few days before they're down there. A good few days.
Well, by the end of tomorrow, depending on how the rest of our journey goes, I can check on everyone that we want to check with.
Cool.
I'll make sure to prepare that.
It was just a reminder. I was just thinking about, getting in touch with Mephisto about all of these. But That's why I thought of it, because he was just checking all those vials.
No, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. All that. Dargon rolls over and tries to get some sleep.
Matt's rolling stuff. I don't like it.
How many wolves?
Yes.
Okay. So, Bothrid at this point is out. Andy, you finish sort of identifying your potions. I'm assuming you go to sleep as well. Dalgon doesn't take you long once you finish
Before
chatting to
I
Kieran.
go to bed, I would like to put one of Bofford's hand in a bowl of warm water while he's asleep.
This bowl of
So you
warm water
gently
is
heat
going
up
out of the
some warm
fucking...
water. Gently just heat up some water, and you've been doing this while you've been sort of identifying your potions with this in mind. And as Bothrid falls asleep, I am going to need you to make me a stealth check, please. In fact, a sleight of hand check.
Even better. Oh, no. I got a plus 13, right? And I got 18. Luckily, I had a plus 13.
Stealthy motherfucker.
So what did you roll?
18.
18. Yeah. Bothrid's perception's not going to pick that up. You very gently and gingerly sort of lift Bothrid's big hobgoblin hand and place it in this bowl of warm water. You do notice that Bothrid, however, is still wearing your gauntlets of ogre power.
Fuck! I shall have my revenge! That was a waste of time. He's not going to be pissing the bed tonight, is he? Okay.
I mean,
I
the
shall think
gauntlet's
of
still
another
warm.
ploy.
He's got a nice warm hand.
Hopefully the fingers will rust and he won't be able to move his hand, at the very least.
Kirik, anything you want to do during your watch in particular?
Not really. Just look out. I'll actually use the property of my armor to see if I can discern any silver dragon within 30 miles of us.
Any silver dragon?
Indeed.
That's the wrong dice.
30 miles, did you say?
Wasn't it white?
It was, but my armor only allows for silver.
Ah, yes, I remember this now, yes.
No.
Cool. Then I'll just keep an eye
Is
out.
is that comforting? I'm not sure.
Who knows?
Okay. While you just keep watch then, those sounds of wolves continue. Sort of echoing around this tunnel type area that you're in. Makeshift tunnel. Doesn't sound like they're getting closer or further away, but certainly sounds like there's a lot of them somewhere on this mountain range. Other than that, however, your watch is uneventful.
Cool. I will then wake Bothrid up and
Okay.
go to sleep.
Cool. Bothrid is going to use his watch and the fire to use what rations he's got and start making some snacks for the next day. Going to keep watch as well. His watch passes relatively uneventfully. He too hears the wolves. And he then walks over to Ander, I believe it was. Having now taken his hand out of the warm water not pissed himself, had his watch. In fact, I'm going to say the water has begun to freeze, and he actually takes his hand out of, or lifts his hand up, and there's just this frozen bowl attached to it. So he sort of spends 10 minutes at the start of his watch just sort of and has to really flex the fingers around to get them to work. Holds them by the fire a little bit, melts it. Bothra then sort of gently kicks you awake, and Under. Wake up, stupid. It's your watch.
I mean, the irony of you calling me stupid is not lost, but okay.
Oh, here's your ball back.
That's not my bowl. I don't know what you mean.
It says under on the bottom.
I forgot I taught you how to read a little bit. Okay. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Note to self, stop putting your name on things.
And there's one of those people who, when he puts things in the communal fridge, has everything labelled with his name on. Hands off my face.
Absolutely is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or
Good stuff. Anything you would like to do on your watch,
his
sir?
thrush, just to keep people away from him. Right. So on my watch, are the wolves still howling?
Every now and again, you hear a howl.
Do I perceive the howl as like a threatening howl, or is it just wolves having a chat in the night?
Make me a nature check, please.
Wow. 24.
They don't sound like, or because of the sparse nature of the howls, it's not like there's a lot of howls in quick succession. It doesn't sound like they found anything. It almost sounds like a pack of wolves communicating with each other and maintaining distances and sort of tactically moving around the mountain ranges, if you like. Yes.
So if I do not perceive an immediate threat, then I will try and determine what some of these spell scrolls are by the firelight, keeping half an ear out to see if the wolves come any closer.
Okay. So that one.
There's only 10 to identify, not many.
Only 10 to identify. This is where 5e magic shop comes in handy.
Suddenly this has turned into JVC. Hey, look how it is, he's got a knife, he's got a knife.
So I'm going to need you to make me... I'm going to need you to make me an Arcana check, please.
Okie dokie. 18.
18. So the first one, let's just go back to my notes, make sure. What have we already identified?
I've got the Scroll of Earth Tremor and the Scroll of Haste so far.
I think you identified a third one as well, didn't you?
Let me see.
Don't think so.
No, I've only got 2 written down.
Okay.
Because there was 3.
So the first one...
I determined what 2 of them were, but then I bought all of the other ones from Mephisto, then left, but I didn't read what they were.
That's cool. So as you take this sort of third of the 10 out and then look at it and try to understand it, you realise that this is a scroll of major image.
Oh, yeah. Bit about that.
I will allow you to do 2 more.
Okay, another Arcana check then. Right.
Yep.
For a 19.
Okay. Bear with me. Okay. This one, as you sort of study it, try to understand it, it's not a spell you've often come across before. You've heard of it. You understand this to be a scroll of Scorching Ray.
Oh, that sounds fun.
That is a second level spell that can be used by quite a few different types of people.
Happy days. And then the third one, Arcana check of a... Oh, come on. 23.
23. Very nicely done. That one now. Right, I've got... Actually, my new dice are all in their little dice box and trying to get them out is an absolute pain in the backside. So, the third one... as you begin to sort of read the runes on this and understand the spell, it's something you've heard of quite a bit. This is a simple scroll of Ice Knife.
And it reminds me of the one I used to have. And I get a little bit emotional.
Indeed, it does. You recognise the spell. Recognise the words.
Oh,
cool.
Some decent stuff there. Ow. I'm about to be eaten. Oh, here comes the shit rolls now. 13.
13. Even with the 13, in between the howls, you can hear this very soft...
Does it sound like big footsteps or like an earth tremor type noise?
Almost sounds like thunder. With a 13, it's not quite easy for you to really discern one way or the other, whether it's thunder, whether it's huge footsteps, whether it's ice cracking again, whether it's part of the mountain cracking, whether it's somebody hammering something. It's just it just sounds like these thunderous booms.
Well, I do have a torch in my bag, so I'll light it using the fire and then sort of parade the camp area to try and light further into the distance to see if I can see anything around the camp.
Make me an investigation check, please. You need to do all the checks tonight.
Oh no, 13 again.
13. You don't see anything that would be the source of the booms. However, every now and again, it's almost like the light of the torch maybe catches a pair of eyes here and there. It sets you on edge a little bit.
But knowing that Kirik has attuned to the Warhammer of Warning, if that's not going off, can I take some comfort from that?
I don't know, can you take some comfort from that?
I'm trying to convince myself that I can.
In which case Ander tries to convince himself that he can take comfort from that.
Make a deception check on yourself. I think I might try and... knowing Dargon's watch is next, I think I'll nudge him awake a bit earlier and go, Dargon, I don't think we're alone.
Hey? What?
I don't think we're alone.
Hey, what? Like, get up quickly.
There's eyes in the distance.
Where?
I can hear what seems to be like thunderous footsteps.
Can I hear that?
Make me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
You too now hear this.
Is it growing in intensity? Is it... Can I feel it?
It does seem to be getting that slight bit louder. Still sounds quite a distance away, though.
And the eyes that are, you know, how far can I see? I have dark vision 120 feet.
So with dark vision, it's difficult for you to pick up any eyes.
Cool.
Just seeing shades of grey. The only reason Ander sort of picked up on them was the fact that it was the firelight itself sort of reflecting.
Yeah, true. Well, that's fine. So
retinas,
if I can't see anything,
things.
Are they? Did you know what it was under? Big eyes, small eyes, many of them, or was it?
You can only assume it's the wolves we've been hearing, but to be honest, I didn't study them too long.
Of the mountains that I lived in, would I how much mountain animals would I think of, and would I know where, you know, would I surmise what type of wolf might be up here if I would know, or this is unusual to me.
I'd say I mean, wolves are quite frequent in both cold conditions and mountainous conditions as well. So yeah, I'd say as Dargon, having lived in the mountains, and though having spent a lot of time beyond the mountains now, there's almost a sense of recognition. Wolves, I mean, are wolves. I will say make me a very quick nature check, however.
6.
Yep, they sound like wolves.
Good. Works for me. Let's hope if they didn't attack you straight away that they don't think we're an easy meal. So, I'll keep a close eye out.
Do you want me to stay on watch with you?
You need to get your sleep, mate. Go back. Trust me, you'll know if I need to wake you up. By the way, Ander, whereabouts were they?
I'll point to where I investigated.
I will put my back to the fire in that direction then.
Okay. And so your watch begins. Anything particular you want to do on your watch?
So it goes without saying, I will keep on the lookout, looking for anything coming forwards, and I will also, and also, you know, does it sound like this thunder is getting closer rapidly, or is it still a long way away?
So it still sounds a distance away, but it certainly sounds... It's getting louder. So whatever it is certainly getting closer, but even then it just sounds distant. It sounds big, but it sounds distant.
So, in
make me a... This is what I'm literally about to think, having been up in the mountains, I think I know where you're sort of thinking about this. So, I'm going to say make me another nature check, but do so with advantage, please.
Lovely jubbly. Nature, was that?
Mm-hmm.
16.
16. You are familiar with the sounds of the mountains, and although you've never been so high to be in sort of the snowy, icy mountains, you were always more in the sort of mildly temperate, sort of rocky mountain type areas when you lived with your clan. You are aware of creatures that dwell in the mountains, and actually you as a group, minus Kirik, have already come across some types of mountainous creatures, having traversed the mountains on your journey to Ironforge. You know that the mountains are quite often home.
Kirik was there, wasn't he?
Not on the way back, not on the way there. No, sorry. Yes, no, he would have been there. Yeah, absolutely. What?
So they were the those like stone guardians or whatever they.
Stone giants, yeah.
Yeah.
So you would know there are various type of giants that live in the mountains. So yeah, based on the sound of the footsteps, you sort of assume that it's some sort of giant creature.
Okay.
Giant-like creature.
Yeah. I mean, that puts me on sort of just on alert as I am, but just going, look, it's either going to come past as a giant. I might make another attempt if it does turn up to parlay. And other than that, not a lot we can do about it. My mind is slightly on, is it a massive fucking dragon? But the only thing that I think that I can do is bamf out Azazel. But then I was like, but I can't quite remember what I've been able to do. Is it send Azazel out and back, and what did you see? Because I wouldn't want to see through Azazel's eyes, because then I wouldn't be looking out for the camp.
Okay, so what are you doing?
So I would like to try and do that. Let's try that. I'm going to keep watch, but I will bamf out Azazel and telepathically ask, can you go out and towards where I perceive that sound's coming from? And if you see anything, come back.
And what's the range on Azazel?
Well, this is where it gets a bit funky. Because I just looked at his character sheet and not my actual spell, which would help. So, while your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special senses that the familiar has. During this time, you go deaf and blind with regard to your own senses. It doesn't say anything about being able to go any further, or whether they can see anything else.
Okay. So with your command, Azazel just takes off into the night, although it is sort of relatively early morning at this point. And Azazel is gone for the majority of your watch. All the while, as you're now keeping sort of watch out, you've listened to what you can, you've understood what you can. The wolves sound again. Sort of that piercing sound in the silence. Make me another perception check, please.
Natural 20, 24.
As you now sit in this strange tunnel sheltered sort of area, as you look further beyond the path and sort of up towards maybe one of the western mountains, you see what looks like smoke rising as the light sort of slowly begins to get lighter as the sun rises. And yeah, the smoke is quite thick. There's certainly a fire of sorts up there. And at this point, Azazel swoops back down and sort of lands on your arm.
What'd you see?
And in your mind, you have this vision of a very icy peak and this lone, giant, white figure with sort of bluish white skin, this white long beard, rudimentary metal type armour, and this sort of horned helmet of sorts. A great axe slung across its back, just slowly moving its way up and around the mountain. Make me another nature check with advantage, please.
12. The other one was a natural one.
Oh. I mean, it's certainly a giant, and you can kind of assume at this altitude and by the looks, you suspect this may be a frost giant. You can't be certain, but you suspect it may be. Doesn't seem like it's heading, or doesn't seem like it's heading in any particular direction other than just around this mountain. It's certainly not. There's no, as the vision, the images come in. There's no purpose to its movements as such. It literally just looks like it's just moving along somewhere.
Walking, patrolling randomly, just keeping itself. Yeah, fine.
It doesn't like it's found anything worth going after.
Yeah, it's not. It's not moving with purpose or anything. So, okay,
cool.
All right, cool. I'll probably start having. Yeah, I'll probably start having breakfast at the end of my watch, and just
Cool. So as your watch comes to an end, you begin to cook food and sort of begin to get breakfast sorted, and the others slowly begin to sort of stir and rise from their sleep. There is a deeper, louder howl, still wolf-like, that just pierces through the morning. And we will take a short break. Hey,
Hello.
hello.
Welcome back. Hello to everybody in the chat as well. It's been a really lively chat, actually. For the
It's
first
been
half,
very
so
nice,
really good to see.
Loving
Thank
it.
you everyone for following along, and the discussions about favourite characters, favourite voices, all those sorts of things. And strangely,
I'm blushing.
Dead dad.
Okay, didn't see that.
Say
Bit.
being
Context,
dead,
that got
but it
dark.
came out as eating dad. So there we go. Anyway, Merthyr, we love you. It's all good fun. Cool. Right, so getting back into this, as you have all woken up and you're just eating, just getting breakfast, sort of just stirring awake, there is this deeper but louder howl, as I said, that is almost wolf-like.
Do I surmise that guys have had a long rest? Was it about time for me to wake them up?
Rested for a long... Yeah. So this is literally as everybody's waking up.
Okay. I will say quietly and sort of like, guys, wake up, quick. Keep an eye out. And then I will... where did it come from? Where did it sound like it was coming from?
Echoed around the mountains.
Fuck it. Oh, okay, so not like super close.
It sounded close, but it was just echoing. It's difficult for you to get a read. I mean, you can make me a nature check at disadvantage if you really want, or a survival check at disadvantage if you really want.
Yeah, fuck it. Might as well. See what happens. See what sticks. Survival. At disadvantage. 9.
Difficult for you to tell.
Cool. If it's now brighter, can I see any wolves nearby you?
I'll say you can't see any wolves nearby, but that smoke that you noticed is now a lot thicker than it was before. Almost looks like it's maybe either a very large campfire if it's close, or potentially a burning village if it was far away. It really depends on the distance.
Okay. Right, so... Hey, Kirik, Ander. Bothered you awake yet?
Yeah.
Did the eyes move in closer?
I can't see anything. But I did send Azazel off. And I did see a massive ass... Well, she saw a massive ass giant.
Coming for us?
No, just like aimlessly wandering around, like over there. And also, have a look at that smoke up there. Fucking billowing. So, I mean...
Is that the direction we need to go in as well? Where the smoke is?
Is it?
Mr. Isbell.
Say that again, sorry.
Is the smoke in the direction that we would need to go in?
Kind of, yes.
Well, I mean, guys, I know the last giants, if you can call them that, weren't very helpful. Do we either skirt around or do we try and make friends?
Considering how well it went last time, I'd probably vote for skirt around.
Alright, well, we've got to head in that direction anyway, so do we go over the scooter and, yeah. Do we,
I'm not sure which one of us that was.
I was so silly hope it wasn't mine.
No, it was a scooter went past my front window.
Yeah, if you want to, should we stay well away from the fire then? Or the smoke, sorry.
So, yeah.
Again.
So did Azazel see that as his camp, or is the smoke separate to the giant?
I'm not sure. Not sure. The other thing is this giant was just wandering around, so if it sounds like that thumping's getting closer, we're walking towards him. So we got to keep an eye out. I don't know whether there's going to be a mountain path that gets around. It may be simply trying to hide or request passage. Or turn back.
To be honest, the way back, it's just going to be as perilous maybe as the way forward. We've come this far. I think we've got to press on. Maybe avoid a fight if we can. Looking at you, Kirik. Don't be starting any. We don't have to.
At this point, Matt, could we guess, surmise? I know that we're between two mountains at the moment, so there's no way that we would look over anything. Do we still think that we're in the snowy bit of the sort of the northern rung, or are we now getting close to what was the east-west sort of barrier?
I think you would probably surmise now by the fact that you've entered, from what you know, and have been told of the mountains and what you understood in discussions with the Malt Masters about the map and those sorts of things. You can sort of surmise that you're getting close to the that east-west line of the Shivering Spine. The true Shivering Spine, if you like.
Yeah. I think at this point, guys, there's no point trying to head east and get to Mountaineer and under. We've just got to hope we can get over and past and straight to Shiverspire, yeah? So, I think we just take it as it comes, but honestly, I do hope we can parlay with anything with half intelligence, and if there are any wolves, well, fuck them up. Move on. Hopefully show them that we're not an easy meal. So, in that order of business, I don't want to fight in a giant. But, always try your words first on this one, maybe.
Yeah.
The other thing, and I'm just clucking at straws and fucking wishful thinking and all that, right? What if this giant was just aimlessly walking around, didn't look like he had a purpose or anything? I can't surmise anything, but maybe he's either going to be in cohorts with a dragon, or not, as in really not. Like
he's
pissed. Like he's really pissed that something else is taking over. I don't know. I can't. Ooh. Okay, now maybe we can find out if we're nice and stealthy like. We can find out if we can surmise anything from a distance. As to, and then just go from there. So, let's just keep it.
If he wants, we could even say to him, we could even rope him into helping us defeat Zapanir, and we could say he can keep the dragon's hoard when we win, knowing full well that there might not be one anymore, but we might be able to get him on side.
Yeah. Look, we're trying to get allies. Maybe we'll get allies in real weird places. Just a thought.
Looking around, I've got weirder friends. So what's the giant?
Yeah,
Sounds like a plan.
It's about right. Okay.
Okay.
Onwards.
Let's go make friends with a giant.
Make sure you have all your jerky and stuff. Hey, Bothers is pretty good.
I'll spend some time at tuning.
Bothrid actually then carry on.
So I had
Spend some time at tuning.
I went to sleep. Is that what you meant?
Oh no.
So he had a joke before he went to sleep, and then Kirik was going to attune to the Staff of Healing, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he was doing something
But
serious
still.
and game related. I was just being a twat.
You were jerking your other staff, mate.
Yeah.
Heal this.
There we go.
Right.
Okay,
Was
so
it tuning
you
to something?
reattuned the Staff of Healing. Bothrid sort of presents the snacks and stuff that he prepared the night before, which, when I scroll down, you will each get bear with me just a second.
Actually, we've got to do some hit point changes, haven't we?
We
Age
do.
dropped.
No,
So it's
no,
120
no
for
aid
Bothrid,
today.
No way.
So you will each
I
get
bet we
an
fucking need it.
extra.
Oh shit, I've got to do a bit of long rest.
If you eat the snacks that Bothrid has prepared, everyone will get max an extra 1d8 additional hit points, temporary hit points.
8 temporary
Which
hit points.
is 8.
8 temporary hit points,
Nice.
Oh, I'm happy with that. I thank you.
including Bothrid today.
Hey. So. That puts everyone on to, is it 75 for Ander?
Yep.
And if I can do the math. I can't.
63.
36 for Bothrid.
83.
What?
83 for Ender. With a temp HP.
Oh, right, yeah.
Oh, with a temporary hit. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm going to leave them off. What's yours, Kirik?
106.
That's the one. Cool. Oh, and change that one. I'll leave temporary hit points off for now.
Yeah, I would
Sounds
subtract
good.
them, so it's 128.
Cool.
Okay. So, are we heading off then?
Believe so.
I'll go first.
Second.
I'll go third.
Okay, and Bothrid will bring up the rear. So as you all sort of, and in fact for this point, this part of the path, you can actually walk sort of like side by side a little bit, 2 by 2.
Can I see whether I can see any footprints of any animals that may have been stalking us in the close vicinity where Ander saw them?
Make me a survival check, please.
Nice.
I would have also cast Water Walk
Yep.
before we left camp.
17.
17. As you look around, and it's very difficult
Okay.
with the layer of snow that's
Yep.
there and sort of melting, freezing again. It's not easy to see. There is disturbed snow, but whether that's the wind or animals or what have you can't
Fine.
really tell.
They didn't leave in the last 5 minutes then, so we're all right.
No.
Cool. That's actually comforting.
Cool. So as you all, the 4 of you now continue on your journey sort of out of this makeshift tunnel, if you like, where the crags of the mountain sort of grow over the top. Dargan, as you step forward out beyond this, and the 4 of you all step forward out beyond this tunnel, Dargan, you feel a slight snag against your shin. And then there is a pink, and this net just collapses over the four of you.
Fuck. Can I get my hand axe off out and start cutting it off? Cutting it open?
You can indeed, so I need you to make me a... melee attack, sorry.
A melee attack with the hand axe. One of them. That's shite. 15.
15. It's a net. It's not difficult to hit. Roll damage, please.
Ooh, yay. Yay. Right, one of them. That will be 11 points of slashing damage.
11, okay. So you manage to cut through the net around you, and you sort of manage to free yourself. And as you free yourself, there is then a lot of shuffling around from the mountains, sort of the side of the mountains around you where this sort of goes up. And a lot of goblin and hobgoblin faces pop up. And you just hear this.
You! Stop! You be ruining my net.
We hear that in common, do we?
Yep.
I go, whoa, sorry, I'll fix it. We're just travelling.
Definitely fix it. My prisoners now. My prisoners. You saw I caught them. My trap.
Looking around, how many people have popped out? How many figures?
So you can see what looks like 4, 7, 8 hobgoblins.
Okay.
And 6 goblins, and it's one of the goblins that is now speaking. And as he speaks, one of the hobgoblins just walks across and backhands him and sends him spinning across.
Be quiet, little fool. You, travellers.
Are we
Our
near?
prisoners now.
Are we near the fire or the smoke? Sorry.
It is now very easy to tell that the smoke itself is up on the mountainside, not far away. Certainly looks like it was a campfire.
All right.
Do you not realise who you've caught? You are dealing with hobgoblin royalty here, as I point to King Bothrid.
Me? What?
Just roll with it.
Me?
Play along.
Royal. Goblin's gonna have to make. Bothrid's gonna have to make a deception check.
No, it's gonna go well.
That was a really good roll.
If not, I was going to say that Anders surely helping him there.
That was a 17.
Nice.
Go on, Bothrid.
So bear with me just a second.
Matt's using his new group encounter stuff.
That's why he's throwing 14 people at us.
So what is that? That is a... Okay. The hobgoblin that's speaking.
Royalty. We don't have royalty. Who is he? Who are you?
I'll look at
You're
Amber.
so far down the hobgoblin food chain, you don't even know who you're talking to. You're not even worth our time.
And
This
he's the one
hobgoblin
with
is
the
going to
silver
slide
tongue.
down with a javelin, and just while you're prone beneath the net, just points this javelin at your throat.
Who's down, vermin?
He's got a point, Ander. You are on the floor.
I've got this covered.
I assume
He
I'm
then-
standing up.
He sticks 2 fingers in his mouth and whistles really loudly.
Good.
And at this point, there are 2 very large wolf-like creatures that sort of come up behind from either side, and then one stands out of the snow further down the path. And this thing is a large wolf-like creature with very shaggy white and black fur, and there are these strange rings around its ankles, basically.
Still got a mouth on you, vermin.
Yes. And then I will whistle myself, but then point, and then while they look where I've pointed, I will pull out the scroll of Major Image, and I will cast the image of a frost giant. Why not? Can it be that? No. Does that count as a creature?
Have you ever encountered a frost giant?
All right. A bigger wolf than his biggest wolf.
Okay.
Brings up an ear into the field.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought we were. If we're bringing our wolves to the party, I'd draw your attention to mine.
Okay. So
should we call it even and just let us go about our day?
you whistle, and this dire wolf appears, that being the only sort of wolf you've encountered recently of relative size. Still not as big as this thing that stands beyond. And you just hear a couple of the goblins shriek, but then one of the other hobgoblins, there is just this click, and the 2 wolf-like creatures just charge at this single one and converge on the image and just smash into each other as the illusion is then just shattered.
And then can we use that distraction for us to get up? So then at least we're on our feet.
You can certainly try.
I will help either one of them if I can. If I'm out
So
of
you're
it.
currently restrained while you're under the net, I should say that. Everybody, in fact, make me a strength saving throw, Kirik and Ander. And Bothrid saying that.
10.
15.
Okay, so nobody is prone.
Really?
You are restrained.
Ow. Shit.
However, there is also now a small part of the net that is damaged from where Dargon's cut himself out.
Am I like
And
still
this
standing?
flurry
Like,
of movement as all the heads turn.
am I like sort of standing just in like a hole of it, so that I'm
Oh yeah,
sort
the
of free
net's
to
just
move?
like fallen around you.
So
yeah.
can I assist one of these guys getting out of it? Can I just grab Ander or someone and just pull them out, or help them get out if they're trying to?
Heavy. So you can attempt to help them cut the net. It depends what you're doing. If you're trying to pull them out of the net, then no, that's probably going to take a bit longer than the distraction lasts.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'll just try and cut it right next to the closest person, whoever was behind me.
Okay, make me another quick melee attack, please.
Dirty 20.
Yep. Damage?
7.
7, and you hit with what before? An 11, didn't you?
Yeah.
11.
That was a 1 on the dice. That is bullshit.
You managed to sort of slice the net a bit further and get Kirik out. Ander and Bothrid still trapped underneath it, but the net's not looking particularly strong at this point now. And as you do that and Kirik stands up, all of these faces turn back towards you. Javelins come out, swords, scimitars, various items, weapons are drawn.
Seeing
And that
that
hobgoblin again.
Don't even think about it, vermin.
Seeing as
You're
the
coming with us.
smooth tongue seems to not be working, and I am no good at the smooth talking either, I'm just going to turn to him and go, right, listen up, you little shit. We're getting out of here, or we're going to chop all of your fucking head off. Now, we try to be polite. You fucking let us go right now, or I am gonna chop your head off first.
Okay. Make me an intimidation check, please.
Probably the first one I've ever made in the campaign. I really should do more of them. That's a natural 20. Holy shit! Thank you, Grog Dice. That is 25.
Nice.
Whew.
Yeah, and it just rolled a natural 1. As you sort of roar this out, the hobgoblin, who is clearly in charge of this, sort of steps back and is...
Be no chopping heads. You just have to...
And he's bricking it at this point.
Alright, fellas, get yourselves out of this fucking net. Let's go. These are guys
Start
aren't
walking.
worth our time. And I will just start again. I will now start lifting the net to actually, get Ander and Bothrid out.
As that happens, there is then a very deep growl. And the large wolf-like creature just begins to pad towards you. And looks at the goblins and the hobgoblins. Steps up. And squares right up to you, Dargon, its face right in front of yours. These huge, great fangs. This is a large creature.
I don't flinch. Just look straight at him in the eyes.
Well. You don't flinch, you say.
Oh dear.
Not initially.
Not until you make this roll.
I was about to say.
No, I think you're okay. I think you'll roll higher than... I mean, you can make me a charisma saving throw.
Okay. Charisma. Oh, right, okay. Oh, that was nice. 19.
19. You are not intimidated by this massive wolf-like creature. In fact, make me a quick nature check now, everyone.
Oh, 11.
Oh,
3.
14.
Wow, we're all shit on that one.
Let's have Bothrid make a quick nature check as well.
14's not too bad. It's
Yeah,
right in the
member
middle,
of
and
the
you never know
party.
if a 14 or a 15 is going to be good enough, do you?
Bothrid gets a 23.
Okay.
So
Captain Nature Boy
Bothrid's
over
just
it.
going to very quickly lean in towards Ander. Oh. Let's not mess with the wargs. They might spit you out. Bloody.
I didn't
Did
hear
you
that.
say a warg?
A warg?
So, will I discern that it will understand what I'm saying? From what he's told me then. Will I know that a warg... It'll be able to comprehend what my speech?
Are you all saying... Are you saying this to Bothrid at this moment?
No, from when he tells me it's a warg, would Ander know that a warg can understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I don't know. Would Ander make that? In fact, no, not with that nature check. You probably wouldn't recognise what a warg is, but Bothrid clearly does.
So I'll say, does that mean it can understand what I'm saying?
The big one, maybe. Yeah.
In that case, I will cast Suggestion on the big motherfucking wolf. Please.
Okay.
So close. We were so close.
Wisdom. I'm still trying to talk my way out of this. Wisdom saving throw. Wisdom 15.
18.
Oh, it never works. It never works.
The warg sort of its head tilts for a minute, and then its eyes snap up to you. Yeah, we're gonna have to roll some initiative.
Fucking
Yeah.
hell!
There we go.
Oh, nearly. Nearly.
Yeah.
Natural 20 again,
Salsa.
grog dice. Thank you so much. Oh,
So I'm
19
literally just
for
going
me.
through maps now to see what we could potentially use.
nice. What did you get, Ander?
19.
Nice. Garrick.
I continue my proud tradition this session of not rolling above a 10, so 9.
Nice. Right, we'll work out what Bothrid has in a minute.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna use the mountain pass map that we had last time for the Cyclops. Just imagine it's snowy, just because.
Yeah.
Got a billion of them. Right, I better move my character sheet. Well, guys, first intimidation went well.
Yeah. My 15th
So yeah, I'm going to
attempt
say
at
they are
suggestion,
currently
not so
like
much.
frightened of you. So let me just bear with us while we just sort a few things out.
So I have seen. Oh
I
shit! I
remember.
need to do that.
I think it's just
Good
that
day.
spell slot on my page that's cursed because I replaced sleep, and if you remember, sleep never worked. So I replaced sleep with suggestion, and now that never works. So I need to put something in that spot. I don't mind never working. So it seems to be a cursed little bit of my map.
Gotta bump that DC. Gotta bump
Yeah.
that DC.
Oh no!
Yeah, I've
Oh,
got to
yeah.
buff that
Hopefully,
DC.
if we finish this battle, we'll level up, ain't that?
Okay, so sorry, those initiative scores. Dargon.
Okay. Yeah.
That was a decisive no. That was.
Dargon 22.
22. Ander.
18,
Initiative. 18.
19.
19. Kirik got what? A 3?
Right, do me a disservice.
A 9.
A 9.
Bothrid got a 3.
Bothrid
Oh no.
gets initiative. Where are we? That one. Bothrid gets a 19. So Bothrid will go after Ander. Okay, so I suppose we just populated this with some.
That's not it at all.
monsters,
But
really.
That was Castle Malster.
That's got a mustache. Sure, wasn't it at all? And that's just.
I got went to his happy
You
place.
might need to. I was gonna say you might need to brighten that for people.
That's all right.
So this thing.
That's when you go. Oh, look at it, little. Whoa!
Yeah.
Got that one there. Gonna say we've got. I've lost the token. Where is it? We've got 2 more up here, where they've just collided with each other, going after Anders' major
Is that
image.
Pumbaa from Lion King?
Looks like it, doesn't it? Cool. Where was the little goblin one? There we go. So we can have. How many we got? So put one there. Climb HC. This is going to take me a couple of minutes. Chat among yourselves.
Oh, while I do that, bear with.
Right. Kirik, how many area of effect spells have you got?
I've got a fair amount actually. I've got a fair amount. So
Have you got calm emotions, or is it too late for that?
I do not have calm emotions, and I don't have mass suggestion either. So I've got a couple of things I can do, but we'll see. We'll see how things I'm just really low on the initiative order, so as per.
I'm using the wrong.
I've got a couple of things which can impact more than one enemy if it works. So that's. But one of them I can't use because I'm stood next to you three.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
It is tradition to include Bothrid in an area of effects at this point, but I don't want to.
If it's Thunderwave, then absolutely, it has to be a part of it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's
I
just
should
going to
get Thunderwave just to do it.
He just feels left out.
Got a interesting quandary. At this point, I'm like, at the moment, it's only been, I've intimidated him. It seems to have worked, and this wolf has got him in face. So,
just chin him.
Yeah, but
I'll tell you what. Chuck your rope on him and try and tame him like a bucking bronco, just to see what happens. So if it's a warg, does that mean he could transform? Is it like on Game of Thrones where he could just see through the eyes of the wolf, or is this person actually the wolf?
We haven't got a clue.
We're going to find out, I
Game
guess.
of Thrones' idea of a warg is absolutely not anything else's idea of a warg.
Oh, here's the DM off for that. Good move, Danny. Just turn into a bear dog and that'll freak him out. I'm assuming in real life then, hobgoblins don't actually have a sort of hierarchy such as kings.
Not
So was
as
that-
kings, no. We might discuss that on Malt Magic and More, actually, the hierarchy of Hobgoblin.
So I had an alright idea, just the wrong execution, maybe.
Potentially.
I definitely wasted a spell scroll as well.
Your major image should
Well-
still be up, shouldn't it?
No, they ran into
No,
it
because
and
the
inspected it.
wargs, yeah,
So it runs
crashed
through
into it.
Yeah, it runs through a major image. It's still there.
Yeah, but it's pointless.
You-
It's just- no, it's-
Yeah, it's still there, but it's pointless.
Okay, so apologies for the delay, folks, while I quickly populated this map. Please imagine on this map there is a lot of snow, and this is sort of the mountainous area around it. So, first up is Dargon, funnily enough, as this warg, this huge great warg, that only Ander and Bothrid really know it's a warg, but this huge great wolf-like creature now is just... looks like it's about to go for you. What would you like to do?
So it does look like it's about to go for us. It's not like...
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it looks like it's going to go for you in particular.
Fine. What are the weapons? Well, I've seen a javelin. Have I seen any other types of weapons? Is the captain holding a javelin?
The captain is holding currently holding a javelin pointed at you.
Yep.
You also notice got a great sword at his hip. You would also, with a quick scan, I'll say you'll notice long bows, long swords, some scimitars, some spears, some short bow. Some scimitars, some short bows, more javelins, and that's what you notice so far.
Lovely. Okay. So, I will use... first of all, I will use... let's go into the biggie map. Yay, there we go. I will, first of all, use 5 feet of movement to move to there. If I can. Can I squeeze through there?
Yeah.
Lovely. And then I will use my bonus action to turn into a hybrid werebear.
Yes!
It's almost like I knew this was coming.
Oh, yeah. There he is. Yeah. And
There we go.
Well, I suppose that I've been saying that I've had my hand axe in my hand, so it's going to... And I've used my bonus action, so I can't swap out to my sword. So I will do... well, you can let me know. Can I do one hand axe and one claw attack?
What are you trying to use there? Sorry, are you trying to use your attacks per action? So
yeah,
2 attacks.
2 attacks.
Yeah,
just
so
one with hand axe, one with claw.
You do that.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
just double check it.
absolutely.
Because I've got 2 weapon fighting. Oh shite.
So 2 weapon fighting is more about being able to apply the.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay.
You can use a bonus action.
Yeah. Shit. First one's a 12.
And you're attacking
the
big
yeah.
orc, yeah?
Yeah. Pretty sure that ain't gonna hit.
There's a lot of things to try and go through here. No, that's not gonna hit.
Okay, so it will. As I said, I'm going to use my claws. So my claws are. Is that to hit? So let's see if I can. That's better. This is a 23 to hit.
Yes, that will hit.
Okay, so that is 13 points of slashing damage.
13 points of slashing damage. Okay.
Yeah, that is going to be my go. No, it's not. I'm going to move. I'm going to move. I'm going to move 5 feet further up.
Okay.
Away from the captain.
You're going to invoke an attack of opportunity, but it's going to be disadvantage because he is frightened of you. So he's just going to try and stab at you with his javelin that he's got. It's going to miss. With a 6.
Kill.
So he just sort of half-assed, just sort of... and misses. Cool.
Hang on. When the creature misses you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to expend one of the superiority die and hit him. So I'm going to hit him. I'm going to attack him. So
or attempt to.
So that is going to be with the hand axe again, if I may. For a 17 to hit.
Is the magic number for that particular creature?
So that is then going to be where is it? There it is. Superiority die, and that. So that's 12 points of slashing damage to the captain.
Okay. And now it's Anders' go.
So, I will cast slow on up to 6 creatures. So I will choose Fot Gua, big wolf. 1. I will choose Jibo, H-capped, HD and HC. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got one more, so I'll do GE as well, next to Dagon.
You say HB and HC or HD and HC?
HC and HD.
HC, HD,
So,
and
this
then
guy,
GE, you say?
This guy, yeah. We've got to make wisdom 15.
Do they need to make any type
throws.
of wisdom saving throws?
Aye.
Okay, so let's do you first. Wisdom saving throw. Natural 1. H-cap
Good.
fails. HC. 7.
We're doing good.
HD. 11.
Yes, 3 for 3.
Jibo. 17.
Oh, okay.
So we want GE. Natural 1.
Yes.
Here comes the big one.
Fuck.
11.
Nice.
Result.
So, everyone that failed, their speed is halved.
Yeah.
They have -2 to their AC
Oh yeah.
and to any dexterity saving throws.
Whoa.
They can't use any reactions, and then on their turn, they can either use an action or a bonus action, not both. And it can't make more than 1 melee or ranged attack during its turn. I don't think there'll be any spell casting, so I won't read that bit. But at the end of each of your turn, you can make the save again.
Don't get hit. Because it's concentration, right?
Okay.
Yes, it is concentration, yeah.
Get the flock out of there.
Anything else on your turn? Bonus actions?
Yep.
Yes, and then as a bonus action, I will. I won't get an attack of opportunity from Fotgua, will I?
No.
Right.
You'll find it.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, you'll find out.
I will disengage.
And as per usual,
right.
Ando making it very difficult to keep everyone on the on.
What's the range on slow, mate?
It's 120 foot range, but the 6 characters have to be within a 40 foot area.
But
That
also
makes
you've
sense.
cast it now, so
At least initially, yeah.
Yeah. So they don't have to be 40 foot from me, they just have to be within 40 feet of each other.
Okay. That's cool.
This is a 40 foot cube.
Good stuff. So you then book it out of there. Anything else on your turn?
Alright. And then I will. Oh, that was my movement, wasn't it? Yep, so then I've actually still got
That
a
was
bonus
movement.
action. So then as a bonus action, I will.
Did you not just use your bonus action to disengage? You didn't need to disengage.
Well, I was sorting about it, but then I didn't get an attack of opportunity, so I just moved instead. So I thought I was within range of Fotgua, but I wasn't.
Yep. No.
So then I will then use my bonus action to use unsettling words on Fotgua, and they will have to deduct a d8 from their next saving throw before my next turn.
And that is one of your
Nice.
bardic abilities, not a spell, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And then the unsettling words are, "You have worms." Because he's a dog.
Is it then just sort of...
Starts scratching his bum on the floor like a dog itching her ass in the carpet.
Okay. H-capped then is
Oh, here we
going
go.
to turn... No, sorry, ignore me. Bothrid is going to... I've done the same thing again of clicking when I shouldn't have done. Of course, Bothrid is just going to rage.
I would like to rage.
Bonus action to rage. And then Bothrid is just going to swing at this thing with his double-bladed quarterstaff.
Yeah.
Didn't do a reckless on that one, and I don't think he's hit with a 12. Did not hit with a 12, so he's going to swing again. Misses both times. Useless. So that's going to be Bothrid, because he ain't moving anywhere. Then H-capped, having sort of ducked and dived out of the way of these two, is going to turn around and is going to make... You say it can only take an action or a bonus action, but can only make one melee attack, yeah?
Yeah, and it can't use reactions either.
Okay, so... Great sword attack on Bothrid. 14, that's going to miss. and it's sort of as it's got the. In fact,
which one did Bufford attack? Did you -2 from its AC? Does that mean Bufford hits us all?
It still didn't hit.
Okay.
You see 17.
So in fact, it would have been the javelin. It's a matter. It's the same hit. So as HCAP turns very slowly and just goes to sort of strike at Bothrid with the javelin, literally in slow motion, sort of. Ooh, Bothrid's just sort of there, like chink.
Bop.
HA is going to survey the scene. Roars. It's going to, from there, with its longbow, is going to try and hit Dargon. Not slowed. That's not going to do it. That's a 10.
Nice.
HB. He's going to try and fire longbow Bothrid. That's also going to miss. HC is going to attempt to fire a longbow towards Kirik. 16?
Misses.
D is going to attempt to try and fire one towards Ander, not being happy. And misses. That one just... He pulls back, like, because he's slowed, he's not even strong enough to pull the bow all the way back and just... It sort of just embeds into the dirt about 10 feet in front of you. GA has got 30-foot of movement speed. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to Kirik. With a longsword. With a scimitar even. Natural 1. I am rolling like an absolute champion.
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. It's great. It's good.
GB. 5, 10, 15, 20 up to the werebear. Same again. Scimitar out. Almost natural 20. That was, however, a 2. However, it is going to take the disengage action as a bonus action and use the extra 10 feet of movement to get back. C is
that was
just
5 feet.
swing.
Just if you want any more movement.
Nah, that's fine. Fuck it, what is with the 2s? Misses. Bonus action to disengage. It's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 up to there. It is not standing next to a werebear. D is also going to try and swing at you with a scimitar. Oh, 21.
That'll hit.
That is going
However,
to be 8 points of slashing damage, reduced to 4.
reduced to fuck all, I think.
He's immune to non-magical damage.
Because you're immune. Yeah. D just sort of slices, watches as the wound just... And... disengage bonus action. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, he fucks off out there. Jesus.
E. There's another 21 that's going to hit and do no damage whatsoever. But that's also going to be another disengage, but it's only half its movement speed yet. Can't use bonus action, ignore me. So, Jibo.
I mean, I could be kind to my DM and say I've used my reaction, so...
No, he's slowed, so he can't use... Oh, I see what you mean, yeah.
You don't need you don't need your bonus action to disengage from me. I can hit him. So.
Alright then. So half its movement speed. 5, 10, 15. Jibo is going to 5, 10. Come down to here. He didn't fall for it, so 2 attacks. So the second's going to have disadvantage. First one's going to miss. Second one's going to miss.
Ching,
That
ching.
will then also be a bonus action to disengage, except he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 down to there. Okay, now Fotgawa is... You see it sort of look, and it's just going to shake its head, and then its limbs just begin to grow as this creature just enlarges beyond its current size.
Whoa.
Oh, good.
Holy shit!
And becomes a huge creature.
Magical.
Huge. And that will be it.
The creatures that are slowed can save at the end of their turn, by the way. I
Yes,
think.
they can.
Yeah.
In fact, we'll do that as a one-off now. I think that's everything. So, wisdom saving throw, yeah?
Aye.
Against slow. 16 for Fotgawa.
Okay.
No longer slowed. Still got unsettling words though, I believe.
Got
Right.
us a turn.
You need to buy your turn. What is your DC save, sorry?
15.
What save DC? 15, okay. So, HC still slowed. HD is still slowed. Mr. H capped. No longer slowed. Also going to say it's no longer intimidated because it's in the heart of battle. GG. Nope, that one's still slowed. Cool, so that's that done. So then WA is going to 5, 10, climb over the rocks. 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. I'm going to say it squeezes in there diagonally
Oh,
for 50.
that's a lot of movement.
Damn, yeah.
Yep. Going to attack you, Kirik, with a bite attack.
Yep.
That is going to be a 22.
It hits, yeah.
You are going to take 11 points of piercing damage, and I need a strength saving throw, please.
Oh, yeah, I'm going down.
I'm yelling timber.
Yeah, that is a 6.
You are knocked prone as this creature just charges around, bounds around the rocks, and just launches at you with these sort of large maw of teeth and just clamps down on you. As it bites into you, just knocks you down, and you are knocked prone.
So that 11 points of
B
piercing damage,
is-
was it?
That was 11 points of piercing damage, yeah.
Yes.
So 5, 10, 15. Gotta go the long way around. 20, 25, 30, 35. There. Right click, 40, 45, 50. To get to there, it's starting to make its way round. Kirik.
Oh, damn it. Not close enough. Okay, yeah. I am going to get up, first and foremost, using half of my movement. And it's got unsettling words on it.
So that's a D8 of
Yeah.
saving throw.
Yeah, I'm going to move. Yeah, fuck it, I'm going to take it. I'm just gonna move away. Oh, that's 3 attacks of opportunity though. Yeah, fuck it. Why not? 1, 2, 1. So I'll move 1 and then 2 and 3, 4. Oh wait, I can only move 3. Because 1, 15 feet.
Okay, so it's going to be a bite from Fokua. Huge ward. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
That misses.
Yes.
That misses. Okay, so then WA is going to try and get at you again. That is going to be a 19 to hit.
That misses.
Come on.
Ho, 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 ho.
And then GA.
If the little fucking gnome, whatever, goblin hits you.
Goblin.
Goblin.
Hits you with a 22.
That's it, yeah.
Gets you by the fucking ankle.
Little bastard.
You're going to take 4 points of slashing damage as this little goblin out of nowhere between these 2 giant bites from these wolf-like creatures just literally slices you across the back of the calf.
God
You're
out.
running away.
I will. Yeah, sure. I'm going to kind of put my hand on my wound, and I'll see some of the blood on my hand, and I'll just look up, throw the blood, and it's just going to swirl into the center, and then turns into a massive column of black fire that just drops down on here, I believe. No, that
you
point
casting?
there, because I am casting Flame Strike.
Oh.
It'll be like, did anybody play Streets of Rage when you could call the mortar strike in? Do you remember that game?
Yeah. So that is a 10-foot radius sphere that's gonna land centered here.
So
Good goal.
So I should get WA,
So 10-foot radius
Fotqua,
sphere,
and then 10-foot radius sphere.
And
Yeah.
you centered it there.
One down.
No, just one below. I'll cast that at its original 5th level.
see ya.
There it is.
Oh, just its
should be bigger
original
than that.
5th level's fine.
So that will get GA, HD, and WA.
It should be bigger than that. That's a 5-foot radius one.
Yes, you're right.
It should get to Fotqua.
Your 10-foot radius.
10-foot radius, yeah.
2 squares from the centre.
Yep.
Yeah, which
You've done a
would
10-foot diameter.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, that looks
That's
cool.
the one.
Bothrid is.
Like,
is a bit sweaty.
yeah, like that.
Boffer's like
He's getting
hair
warm.
is just
He's
being
getting warm.
singed. Okay, so what is
Look
that?
over
That's a
what-
dexterity. That's a dexterity saving throw from everyone.
Dexterity saving throws.
H-
Which
D,
those who are
God.
slowed have a -2 automatically added to it. Taken away from it even.
That is still a 17 for HD.
17 is my
Minus 10.
DC, so it takes half damage.
Half damage.
That's a right good roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll the damage now. Ooh, 6, 8.
Oh, have you rolled shit?
Oof, yeah. So that's gonna be 9 points of fire damage, and 6, 7, and 10 points of radiant damage. So that's 19 points. Of damage.
So that would then be halved for HD, which would be 10 points of damage total.
Yes.
Ooh, HD as this just around him. barely standing. Like skin, armor, the weapons themselves look like they're glowing hot, and yeah, HD is not looking good. There's burns all over its body. It looks like one of his eye sockets has just been totally melted. All of that good fun. So then let's do GA. Dexterity saving throw. 7. All 19 points of damage. GA is gone.
So you
Just nothing left. Just a pile of stuff.
Nice.
WA. Dexterity saving throw. Fails. 19 points of damage to it.
It's
And
fire
a lot of
radiant.
its
I don't know if they
fur
have
is
any.
singed off. Yeah, so a lot of its fur is singed off. It is not looking healthy either.
Good.
Then we got Jibo. Dex saving throw. That's going to fail. That's 19 points of damage to Jibo. Also not looking good. More than bloodied. And then the big bugger. Dexterity saving throw. Unsettling Words does.
It's it's actually 1d8 from saving throws until the start of my next turn.
Okay,
So I
so
guess
roll
there.
1d8 for me.
Come on, don't be shy.
Roll high.
5, not too bad.
Rolls a 7 then.
Oh.
19 points.
Points of damage. Does not look bloodied, however. Still standing.
Oh.
That should be all of them.
Yeah.
So that's instantaneous, isn't it? It doesn't stay there.
Yeah. That's just what it is. And as a bonus action, I will use my second wind
Okay.
to regain 4 hit points.
I approve.
That your turn?
That is my turn. Thank you very much.
Cool. It's at this point you just hear this loud horn go.
Uh-oh.
Oh, good.
And for those that would be able to see, off in the distance, there are 2 more hobgoblins that appear, one of which blowing this horn. And yeah, it is going to move. What do we got? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 through there. Who's closest? Yeah, they're not going to reach. So it's going to move to there. And then this other one who's sort of come with it, dressed in sort of these strangest robe type things, is then going to move 30 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, put 30 there. Other side of the rock, it is going to...
I don't like it when it does
Okay
that.
then.
There's more.
It's going to literally just roll this
Oh no.
fire in its hand and then just throws it as this fireball.
Yeah.
Where's it gone? Yeah, he's gonna
Bye-bye,
just
fur.
take this out.
Oh shit,
We're gonna
yeah.
land it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
We're gonna land it there.
Well, it's
his
going to
friends
get
are
some
gonna get
collateral
hit,
damage. That's the main
doesn't
thing.
Yeah.
How many cars is
I'll
drunk?
angle it off. It's gonna angle it away from me. Being smart.
That's a really cool effect thing
That's
for the
really,
map.
that's
though.
really cool, actually.
Yeah. It was
I can
awesome.
thank the DM's Guild for that. So as it throws this fireball, it just lasts out. I need everybody to make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yeah, that's a 9 again.
Fucking hell.
I cannot roll. I'm rolling really
Fucking hell,
poorly.
another natural 20!
Thank fuck for that.
22, yeah, so I mean, hopefully it'd take normal damage.
Normal damage, yeah.
Oops. Rolled one too many there. Let's do that again. Okay, so that is going to be 21 points of fire damage for anybody who fails.
Yeah.
Dargon, that obviously would have been 42 points of fire damage to you.
Back to 21. Thank fuck.
Yeah. Okay, so I need Bothrid to do a quick roll, dexterity saving throw.
Kirik,
And
you
that's
took.
20,
Oh,
I took the full.
saves.
I took the full 21. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
on 82.
thank you.
So Bothrid's
Can't do
gonna
maths
take
tonight.
That's right.
11 points of fire damage, which is going to get
Nice.
reduced to 6.
Yeah, 6 points from a fireball. Jesus.
Just take it, really.
Now, let me read something.
Amazing.
Oh, I have saved it. That's fine. Just make sure. That's crazy.
However, you notice that the goblins and hobgoblins in the area, there's almost like this shimmer effect around them. The fireball doesn't.
Oh shit!
Oh, fuck.
It's one of those.
And unfortunately for Dargon
Yes.
and Bothrid, you're going to take an additional 6 points of fire damage.
Because
Which will be doubled just because it's got a particular.
Just
Trait.
doubled for me. Yeah, okay. Alright.
Just double for you,
Yeah.
half for Bothrid.
Yeah.
It's going to be 3 points of damage.
well, I need to know what that is.
Need to take care of that guy.
Who was that? Was that HDA?
This is HDA, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, then we are back round to the top with Dargon as the fireball is now gone.
Okay. I'm going to. So it's a bonus action to swap from hand axe to sword, I believe. Yes. Okay.
Yep.
Bonus action, do that, and then two-handed. I'm going to swipe at Gotwa. So first one is a what's that? That's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So 1d10. So that is 14 points of slashing damage. I assume it's not a fiend. So that is that. I will hit again.
With that first slash you slash across, it is now bloodied.
Okay, I shall go at it again. So I shall roll one of these. That is 15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Oh, Jesus. So that is 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage, and Gotwa is not looking good. Or Fotgwa, whatever you want to call it. The big ass warg.
That
is
big
not
ass
looking
walk. So let's just have a look what my bonus actions are, if I can do anything
good. You've
along
used your
this.
bonus action.
I have, you're correct. 2 right. I'm going to move 5 foot further towards to the captain. And just said, "You should have let us go."
Okay.
That's Magoo.
That's me go.
Seeing seeing how well Kirik's fire type attack did, I am going to use my newly discovered Scorching Ray spell scroll, just because I want to use it, and he's used Fireball and made me miss it. So
FOMO.
it's basically I get three rays. What is your question? Whether I can or not.
Whether you can easily or not.
Ah, yes, the new rulings.
Yes.
So describe what you want to do.
I want to shoot all through. I want to shoot one at each wolf.
Okay, bear with me just a second.
Thinking it'll have the same effect that it does on Targon as a bear.
Bum, 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 da, da. Where is it? 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 There we go.
So it's available for sorcerers, wizards, light domain, circle of wildfire, the fiend, the genie, and the artillerist.
Yes, so you are a bard.
Alright. As long as I don't get mage blight, I'll be alright.
Oh, no, interesting. Apparently that should have been unintelligible to you. So I'll say you can read it, but you don't understand how to use it.
So I can't actually use it. Okay.
You can't use that one now.
So are we pretending that didn't happen then?
I'll say you take it out and think, I know what it is, but no, can't do it. I will clarify my rules for that next week because I don't quite like that ruling. But
okay then. In that case, oh no, I've already took some out. Can I still use my bow? Doesn't make more sense.
Yeah, for that, I'll say you can still do whatever you want. Just ignore that. That was like a free action because it's a.
All right then. In that case, then I will get my bow and arrow out, and I'll shoot for Fotgoer with my hunting bow with a 25 to hit.
That will indeed hit.
With 11 piercing damage, a sneak attack damage of 15, and my favourite d4 for an extra 3.
Only had 11 hit points left. How do you want to kill this one?
Hey!
Straight between the motherfucking eyes.
And you just sort of take a minute, you look at the spell scroll, no, can't do that, draw an arrow, and as the arrow just sort of thunk into this giant warg, it just then slumps to the side. As it slumps to the side, there is a cry of despair and pain that comes from the rocks to the northwest, as HDA just wails at the death of this massive warg. Anything else in your turn, sir?
I will then use my bonus action to hide here.
Okay, make me a stealth check, please.
Happily.
Hey, that one counts as mine!
25.
25, thank you very much. Keep that in mind. Bothrid then is still raging and is just going to try and now attack HCAP properly. That time with a 17. That is the magic number. Gonna swing. Oh, Jesus. 9 points because he's raging. 9 points of slashing damage. Now HCAP is bloodied. And Bothrid's going to swing again. Swing away, Meryl, swing away. 21, that's going to hit. an extra additional, and further 11 points of damage, and then he's going to use his bonus action to just jab it in one more time, hopefully. For a 21 hit.
Hey!
Nice.
1d4 plus 5. Nice. An additional 9 points of damage, which I think takes him out.
Hey!
So Bothrid just, in this strange dance-like mover, just stabs in as the top part of each cap just sort of slides off, then its midriff slides off, and the knees just buckle down as this hobgoblin is just in 3 pieces. And Bothrid actually spits on it. And you can hear shouts of goblin towards Bothrid, or in sort of goblin speak. If anybody speaks goblin apart from Bothrid.
I think it was just him.
Cool. Okay, so only Bothrid would understand what they're saying there. That would have then been Cap's go. However, it is now A. Hobgoblin A is going to turn his attention to Bothrid and take out the javelin, and is going to launch it towards Bothrid. 11's not going to hit. Hobgoblin B. Where is Hobgoblin B? Oh, there. Is also going to take his javelin and throw it towards Bothrid. That one will probably hit. That's a 19. Yeah, that one's definitely going to hit. So then that will be 6. No, just 6 points of piercing damage, reduced to 3. Bothrid ain't taking any shit from these. Too many tabs. C.
Too many tabs.
Is also just so they're all just converging on Bothrid now. They're not happy. Oh, in fact, they've got longbows, not javelins. That's my bad. Not even reading. Okay. Oh, Jesus, that one didn't do a lot of damage. That is going to be 1 point. In fact, I'm going to say, oh no, it's still 1 point. You can't half one, can you? 1 point of piercing damage as C fires its longbow. What was the save again, Danny? Wisdom save, wasn't it?
15. Wisdom 15, yeah.
Fails. D. Not having a D, is just sort of wavering. That's not going to hit. Goblin A. I can't even see that one anymore. Goblin A got fried, didn't he? Just a pile of shit on the floor at this point. Goblin B going to pull out a short bow, and seeing as everybody's firing at Bothrid, it's going to join in.
Bothrid's like
unnatural
surrounded,
20,
like the guy with loads of arrows. He's like, whoa,
3 points of piercing damage from the short bow there.
Actually, just catching them just in his thigh.
Yeah.
It's like bothered.
Goblin C, what's the range on that?
Oh, it's reminding me of
Yeah,
the
Goblin C can still get him.
nice. Oh shit, what is it? Ace Ventura when he catches the spears in his legs.
When nature calls.
Yeah. It's in the bone. It's in the
7
bone.
reduced to 4 points of piercing damage. And then finally, Goblin
You should have a barbarian raging, just being able to do that. Like he's like, "Oh come on!" Instead of like, "Ah," you know.
I'm getting through these characters. Bear with me.
So good.
They've all just turned on Bothrid at this point.
Yeah.
That one's going to hit. That is going to be 3 points of piercing damage to Bothrid.
It's going to take a while if they keep doing 3 at a time.
Jibo. Jibo's actually going to step up. I'm going to dart up to where Bothrid is. I'm going to try and use its scimitar. Misses. Disengages a bonus action. Steps back. Let's do a quick wisdom saving throw for GE. Fails. Okay, so at this point there is just this, as almost all of the goblinoids just turn and aim towards Bothrid and fire, and Bothrid just stands there as and just roars out this battle cry. Bothrid not happy. Orgay will then step up to Bothrid, and he's just going to try and bite him. That's going to hit. And that's going to be 3 points of piercing damage. And then Bothrid needs to make a strength saving throw with advantage. Not knocked prone. Or B. 5, 10. I'm going to run up to Kirik. And do the same thing. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural.
Unnatural.
Misses.
Misses. There we go. Will be. And then it is Kirik's go, as there is just this rain of sort of longbows, arrows, javelins that all land on Bothrid, and he just seems to take it and roar out, and then one of the wargs rushes in and tries to bite him, and he just sort of takes that as well. And Kirik, the second one, runs around to you and tries to bite you on the chest. It just catches on the armor and sort of lynches back as one of its fangs gets caught in, sort of yanked out.
Oh, sorry, just before my turn.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to use Wrath of the Raven Queen from my shield on the warg that just missed its attack, because I'm going to get my reaction back now anyway.
Yep.
Yes, so that would be a wisdom saving throw, and it's going to take some damage first.
14.
He is frightened of me. And it's also going to take 19 points of necrotic damage.
Come on.
Okay. Woohoo! Black energy just lashes out.
Yep.
Yeah. Towards.
I almost never use it because I'm always waiting for stuff, but I'll get my reaction back now anyway. So, that kind of changes my plans because he's frightened.
Well, Warg B is not only frightened, but as that necrotic energy just sort of fizzles over its body, the fur that was sort of blackish goes a very stark white, and blood begins to drip out of the nose and the ear. You can consider this creature bloodied.
Brilliant.
The eyes look
in
like
that case,
cloudy white as well.
I am going to move 5 feet away from him.
Doesn't hit with this attack of opportunity.
Great. I can't get any closer, so that's all good. That means I get... Ooh. Yeah, and then I'll move... Gonna move there.
Okay.
Then... Nice. And I'm going to grab onto my holy symbol, and there's going to be like necrotic energy starting to focus in on it. And I'm going to just open my hand towards the guy up the top. I'm going to shoot a... what?
Who are you aiming this at?
The guy that just threw the fireball.
HDR.
Right, cool. I'm gonna throw a
60 feet range.
4th level guiding bolt on him.
Up the butt!
That is a natural 20 to hit.
No way.
Yes.
So that
Okay,
is
bring it on.
That's 14d6.
That's a lot of maths.
49 points of radiant damage, please.
So yeah.
Describe how you kill this thing.
The guiding bolt just still kind of from some of the burns that I have. There's still some embers flying about, and they just get brought into my holy symbol, and I just open my hand and it just shoots out this ray of light that impacts him in the shoulder, and then just veins all over, and he just drops to the floor.
Nice. Must say the veins start gold and then turn black as it bleeds through with the Raven Queen's energy, and then literally just falls flat on its face. It's gone.
Sound effect coming up, chat.
Fucking one-hit wonder.
And kind of slightly surprised at that, I'm going to then...
Oh, that went well.
That went well. Oh, really well. I don't have any bonus actions that I can do at the moment. I will use my bonus action to kind of address the crowd and say, this doesn't have to continue, we simply want to pass. That's what I'll do.
Okay. There is then a barked command out from HWL up here. In Goblin. It's my phone against the nuts. Just gonna move that off there so we can't hear it. And he's not happy. What is he gonna do?
Tactically retreat. That's what he's going to do.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to there. It's going to heft its javelin, pull a javelin off its back, blow the horn once more, and then it's just going to launch this javelin towards Kirik.
Sounds fair.
Oh, so close to a natural 20. So close. Misses. This javelin just through the air past you. Pulls out another javelin, and is going to do it again. And exactly the same. What is it with me rolling twos tonight?
Oh, mate.
You're rolling twos, Kirik rolls nines, I'm rolling 21s. That's just how it rolls.
What an
Yeah,
arse.
that's how it goes.
There we go. Right, back up to the top then, doggone.
Just as I take a drink, perfect timing. Love it. Okay, I will. Seeing the field going round and just seeing the big creatures, everyone seems to be spread out, so I'm going to go and move towards WA. Yeah. Tell you what, I'm actually going to go, so what, 5, 10, 15, 20. And I'm going to swipe towards WA. For a 31 to hit.
That must have been a natural 20.
No, it's a 19.
Jesus Christ.
Love it.
You know those moments as a DM where you think, I've definitely overpowered these people?
I can't see. That's fine. That's 10 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, okay, how do you want to kill it?
Oh, fucking hell. I'd do what I said. I'll chop his head off. I mean, I know I said that to the other hobgoblin, but that's why I do it.
I mean, you're the same size as it, and you just swing Timiel's Wrath around and just ching the sharpness of that blade as this warg just flies off and lands next to... I'll say it flies off towards the east and lands sort of somewhere between HB and GE, and you can just see GE quite literally craps itself.
And I will then use the momentum of that to swing up around again and see if I can cleave HD in half.
Yep. So you bring it round and
then... for 22 to hit.
I think that might just hit.
16 points of slashing damage.
HD has 1 hit point, by the way, so you literally just two-handed as it comes back round, and as HD just falls apart, quite literally.
And I'm going to see if this will actually work for a fucking change, and I will... So hang on a minute. That's alright, that wasn't my bonus action or anything, that was just 2 attacks.
No, you've not used your bonus action yet.
So right, just double check it. Can I do an action surge and then a bonus action? Or do I have to use all of my normal stuff and then an action surge? It's a free thing to do, isn't it?
Yeah, you can just use an action surge when you want.
Cool.
Still be bonus action. But basically all it does is gives you your action back.
Fine, lovely. As long as I just want to double check that. So, I will use my action surge. I will then for attack HC, please. So that will be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
10 points of slashing damage.
This bites in, bloodies HC and almost full. In fact, takes an arm off. And bites into part of the ribs, but then catches on the armour. This thing is barely standing, but still standing.
That's fine. So, move 20 feet. So if I move 5, 10 again, I should be able to reach GB.
Yes.
At which point I will use my bonus action to fainting attack.
Okay.
And I'm sure... Yes, so I then add that. So I will roll to hit GB. For a 28 to hit.
Yeah, okay.
So that is... Yeah, 10 plus 18 points of damage.
This goblin is literally just cleaved in half again. Just... There's limbs flying all over the shop, there's blood.
So wish I could just kick HC to the ground, but that's it. I am done. That is everything I can possibly do.
oh, you're done, are you?
Yeah, Battle Masters are pretty good.
Oh,
I'm quite happy with Battlemaster.
Well, you see, I've been hiding, so I'm just going to pop up from my rock and be like, oh, fucking hell, where's everyone gone? And then...
Blood fucking everywhere. Like, all we wanted to do was
the
pass
snow
by.
is just littered with bright flashes of red and limbs, and there's scorch marks. Part of the snow's been melted in this two huge great circles.
If you see me doing a dexterity save in real life, it's because a moth's just come in and it's going to come at my face in a minute. I can feel it.
Evasion!
So I will pop up with my bow and arrow, and I'm going to try and aim for the heart of WB, like I'm bow hunting a deer in the forest. Here we go with a
Make it good.
14 to hit.
Just hit.
Oh, that's with a plus 11 as well. Fucking hell. Oh, great, and I rolled a 1 on the damage. 8 piercing damage.
The arrow just, you center yourself and the arrow just flies, spins, strikes into the heart of this warg as it just rears up and flumps down to the ground.
That was lucky.
Dead. Had 7 hit points left. So you were very lucky there.
I was lucky. And what do I want to do as a bonus section? Do I will hide again.
Okay, stealth check please, excuse me.
25 again.
Good stuff. Then Bothrid. First thing he does is just uses the quarterstaff and snaps all the arrows that are just peppering. Snaps
Yes, I like that image. I like it.
Bothrid is then, having seen HWL enter the battlefield, is going to turn and ignore everything else. And Bothrid is going to use his movement speed. 45 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, we can get there, 45. Move his movement speed up to there. Now he's going to attack recklessly.
Yes.
Nice.
Natural 20, come on.
That was not advantage when I rolled that one, was it? Let's try that again. It was almost an natural 20. Where was? Misses.
Oof, 29.
That's just catches against the armor twice. Catches against the armor once. He's going to swing again. Misses again.
Pen drop.
Catches against the armor the second time. And this... this clearly the leader of this group of goblinoids just looks down at Bothrid, laughs and says something in goblinoid, and Bothrid spits something back in the same language. That's going to be Bothrid's go. Yep, you're dead. Hobgoblin A is going to turn its attention to Kirik now. They've all realised they weren't doing any damage to the werebear. Yeah, longbow incoming. Misses. B's going to try and do the same. Misses. Rolling like that. HC is actually going to try and stab out at the werebear, knowing it's probably futile with two hands. For a 19 to hit.
Yes, it'll hit.
Would do 7 damage, but just sort of stabs in, twists, pulls out, and the wound just closes up again. And just sort of looks up at you. Well, in fact, it couldn't have done that one-handed anyway, because it's not got 2 hands, it's only got 1 arm. Sort of stabs in, twists it, pulls it out, and then just looks at you, and it's accepted its fate. But it just stands there in defiance and growls at you. D's dead, Goblin A's dead, B, C. C's still up. Where's Goblin C? Yep, okay, short bow's going to be going straight at Bothrid again. .21, that's going to hit. 7 points of piercing damage. Goblin D's going to do the same, and is also going to hit. So that is going to be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points, reduced to 6 points of damage. As both of those fire at Bothrid, trying to seemingly protect HWL. Goblin E is going to take a shot at Kirik. Yep, about as useful as anything. G-Bow. Quick perception check. And fails. Thought it saw something, doesn't, turns its attention, and it's going to fire a short bow at Kirik. 21 to hit.
That is my AC.
That's insane.
Finally hits. That is going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
Jibo just turns around, thunk, straight in. That's dead. That's dead. That's dead. Kirik.
Okay. Kind of having been hit and realizing that they are not taking my advice, I suppose that we need to take down the leader, so I'm going to move up to him.
Here comes another one shot.
And necrotic energy forming in my hand, I will...
Oh, fuck. Oh god.
I'm gonna cast a 3rd level inflict wounds on him. See if that hits. Oh, it doesn't. That's an 11 to hit.
Ooh.
Does not hit. You place your hand on the armor almost, and it just looks down.
That's not what I meant to do.
Uh-oh.
Yep, pretty much. And there is nothing else I can do, I think. Let me just double check. Just give it a quick check. No, because I didn't summon a thing. Yep. That'll be my turn.
Okay. It's gonna have hold of its long sword. It's gonna make 3 attacks, 2 against Bothrid, 1 against Kirik. So we're gonna do the one against Kirik first. 22 to hit.
Hit.
That is then going to be 6 points of slashing damage. So first one on Bothrid is going to miss. Second on Bothrid is going to hit. So it's going to do
Fuck me, that was loud.
5 points
nice.
of damage
Ow.
to Bothrid. Reduced to 3.
I really like
Bothrid's
that
down
blood
101.
visual effect there.
Yeah, I just didn't realise how loud that was in my ears then. That was...
Cool. Back around to the top. Dogon.
not giving a shit about HC anymore. I'm just going to walk up.
Walk, you can
5,
fucking prowl.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So I will just make it, hopefully, to HWL. Just within melee range. And I shall swing for this, what does look indeed like the leader. And probably miss. Fucking hell, we're all terrible here. 16.
Yep, not gonna hit. It just clangs against the armor.
Jesus Christ, try again. Fucking
You do
worse.
notice that this hobgoblin, which is quite clearly a hobgoblin, looks very similar to Bothrid, is wearing plate armor and also carries a shield.
Whoa.
Wow.
You said he is carrying a shield, or he isn't?
He is carrying a shield. Plate armor and a shield.
Fucking hell. Okay. So, sorry, yes, first attack was a miss, wasn't it?
Yep.
Just bear with, I need to tick off the number of superiority die that I've used. So I'm going to use another one, bonus action, fainting attack again. And so I will... Does that help? Yes, that gives me advantage. Sorry, yes, of course. That's why I do that. So I will hit once more, or try to. As I didn't. Oh, that's a natural 20!
There we go.
There we go. Right. 14 and a 20. That wasn't not bad on the dice there. Right. Does that double my superiority die?
Damage. It doubles all damage.
Damage is all dice. All dice roll.
It's a critical hit.
lovely.
All damage
Yeah.
gets doubled.
Apart from the modifier. So that is 24 points of slashing damage.
Nice. Sweet.
Nice. I was happy with that.
You find you feint left and then swing it back and find just a weak point in the armor and manage to slide the blade through, and you can just hear the slash of skin as then blood just begins to slowly pour out. It's not bloodied, it's just you've created a wound.
Yep. That's two attacks and my bonus. That's everything.
Okay, Ander.
So I will pop my little head up, and I will take out G-Bow with my bow and arrow. Please. Oh, 13.
Flies off into this. Did you pop up too quickly and don't use the time to aim properly as you just release and it flies off wayward?
I'm a bag of shit. I will then move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh no, I won't, because you can see me there. Go this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to hide here.
Okay.
Making the map
make me
even
one more
harder
stealth
for
check,
Dave. Oh no, that one was a 13. The dice have turned
13.
on me, guys.
Okay. There we go. Anything else on your turn? Bonus action?
I used bonus action to hide.
You've used your bonus action, haven't you? So that's it. Bothrid.
Waste of time.
Reckless. Make it good, Bothrid. That was a natural one. So it still hits, just meets the armor class with a 20 with the first one. So first one hits. Second one definitely hits with a 26. So that is 9. 13 plus 9. Yeah, 22 points of slashing damage initially against this leader. Oh, not 232, 22.
Yes, yeah, that much. Yeah.
And then quick bonus action to try and strike it in, still reckless. Of course, so that will be 28 to hit. Full 9 points of damage on the little bonus stab.
Nice.
Did that actually hit that last one? Yes, it did. I believe. Let's double check the log. Yes, it did. Cool. So with that, as Bothrid again does that sort of dance with the blade, he's definitely become one with this double-bladed quarterstaff now, and just and then stabs sort of up underneath the armpit, and you can see this gout of blood squirt out as he withdraws the blade, and HWL is now bloodied. That is going to be Bothrid's go. So Hobgoblin A, who's over there, is... What is Hobgoblin A going to do? Yeah, Hobgoblin A is going to take out its longbow and just fire towards Kirik. That's going to be a miss. HB. What's the range on that? HB is going to be Bothrid. Going to hit with an unnatural 20. It's going to be 7 plus an additional 2d6. So that's 9 plus 8. Maths. 17 points of piercing damage. Half d9. Bothrid's under 100 now. 92 hit points.
Oh my god, call the medics.
Longbow just catches him in the back.
But not for Bothrid.
HC, who is just limping around with like one arm, it's only got half its movement speed anyway, but that's enough. It's just going to go 5, 10 and just try and stab into Bothrid with its longsword. Meets the armor class, it's going to hit. Only one armed. So that's going to be... There's that 7 plus the 2d6. 11 half to 6 into Bothrid. Bothrid is just taking all these stabs and hits and arrows. Various wounds all over him, but he's just blind rage. And actually, this is probably the angriest you've ever seen Bothrid Whatever they've said to him, he has taken to heart. He is just full on raging, to the point where his pupils have just gone to almost pinpricks. There's froth forming at his mouth, and it's almost like his whole body is just vibrating. Cool. D's out, A's out, B, C, Goblin, C is up there. What we got? Goblin C seeing this is gonna run. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna get to there. Goblin D seeing his mate do that is just gonna go, yep, me too. 10,
Hopefully
15,
not to get
20,
more people.
25, 30. They just run off. Goblin E can't do a lot. Just gonna use the short bow and try and hit someone. It's gonna aim for Kirik. I can't see what the result is. That's a 13. That's gonna miss. Jibo is gonna make another quick perception check. And sees you this time, Ander, as you sort of dash around and try to hide. So he is then going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 into there. And he's going to take out his short bow. Right, apply his javelin.
Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Which one are we going to take hostage and then eventually make our best friend NPC?
There's going to be a 13 to hit you, mate.
Nope.
It's almost like this slightly larger goblin is just exhausted and just, and the javelin just clatters against the rock somewhere, and he's just sort of like, oh. Yeah, so that's dead. That's dead. That's dead.
Kirik. Friend.
This one seems to have angered Bothrid, so that's not nice of him. I will try it again, and I will reach out for his forehead for a second level inflict wounds.
Second level boop.
I mean, I love how you went, that's not very nice. So your retaliation is inflict wounds on your forehead.
Natural 20. That's a natural 20 right there. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's the second.
Okay.
What was it? Inflict wounds.
Second level.
So that's
Second
that's
level.
8d10.
Holy crap. Oh my god.
20, 30.
Oh my god.
35, 38, 42. 48 points of necrotic damage.
Ho, 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 ho.
You do actually just do a little boop on its nose, and that energy just flashes out. And from the nose, bleeding across the skin and down the body, the flesh just wisps away. As in true Kirik Thanos snap style, this leader just wisps into dust and blows away in the wind. Across the snow, almost blends in with the snow. Egon.
Egon.
And I'm just going to turn to the other three that are shooting arrows at us. And I'll walk slowly towards them. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Sure.
Come at me, bro.
That's my turn.
Anything else?
Nope, that is me.
I've got an image of a really menacing walk that Kirik was doing in my head, and it looked badass.
Yeah, it's just that. Just walking.
Like he's just melted a guy, then he turns around, stares at you in the face,
And just walks towards it. Proper Liam Neeson there, just walking that.
Yeah, you'd just be like,
I know where you look. I'm really sorry, but yeah.
Kirik has a particular set of skills.
Okay. Dargon.
Oh.
Can you eat one?
Oh, it's a tough call because I think Kirik's got it right now. Let's have a look up here.
Oh, there's still more. Shit.
It's 2 more that are running
They
away.
were the 2 that were running away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no fucking mercy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and I'll take 2 swings at GC.
Or GC.
I know. Fainting attack for the bonus action.
No survivors.
So thank God for that as well. So that was a 26 to hit.
What would it have been without the advantage?
Natural 1.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, that hits.
I went down for the best.
I did. That was the grog dice. Finally gave me a 1. So that is 14 points of slashing damage.
Yep, here you go. You just run up, and as you're running, just slice across the back of this goblin, and just collapses and catapults into the dirt.
I've used all my movement. I can't get to GD, so I'm just going to point at him and go, "Yeah, you better run."
I mean, you can try and throw Timiel's Wrath if you really want.
Yes, of course I do. Fuck it. Yes. You give me that option.
An ranged weapon attack, please.
Okay. I mean, is that a disadvantage? Because I don't think it's really a throwing thing.
It will be a disadvantage because it's slightly heavier.
Yeah. Okay, see what happens. It's still a 21 to hit.
Alright, go on, roll damage.
Plus 12.
Okay, well that won't. Yeah, I'm about to say that won't be that'll be a.
Plus your dexterity, not your strength.
Yeah, but that'll be a 1d8 as well, not a 1d10, because obviously I'm not two-handing
Yeah.
it. So I'll just do that. Dex and proficiency. So take 3 off.
Yeah.
That's 5. So 5. So 9 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, okay. Timiel's Wrath just end over end and just clunk down in, sort of like the base of the neck, comes through the front, and this goblin just sort of falls forward. It's like point down, hit him to the air. Goblin just on the floor, dead, bleeding down Timiel's Wrath.
Nice. That's my go. For sure.
You're
That
welcome.
was cool as fuck.
And
I liked that one.
I liked that one. So, what's Ander going to do? He is not happy somebody just chucked a javelin at him, so he's going to... Well, I'm not hidden from Jubo, so I will just fire my bow and arrow at him and hope for the best, but I will use steady aim to get advantage because he's pissed me off, so hopefully I can crit on him because he's a prick. Here we go. Oh, fucking hell, they were terrible. I got a 3 and a 5. 16 to hit.
even with steady aim, you pull back and just, and with whatever strength Jibo's got left, just uses his scimitar and just sort of catches it. Well, not catches it, but twangs it off rather.
Needed a 17. Right.
You did need a 17. You moving?
No, there's no other bonus actions that are worth it. I don't think.
Okay.
Unless I give...
You can't use your bonus action anyway if you steady aim, W.
Touche, Mr. Matthew. Touche. As you were.
Okay. Not moving, just staying there?
I can't move if I use steady aim.
Oh, yeah, good point.
So that was...
So Bothridge then is going to turn to this hobgoblin which is stood next to him, and rather than spin the double-bladed quarterstaff this time, spits on the corpse of the leader and then turns, and he's just going to two-handed try and stab into this hobgoblin in front of him. Still going to be a reckless
I
attack.
don't know what they said to Bothrid. He's fucking livid. They probably called him a race
That's a
traitor or something, didn't
21
they?
to hit. So that first one That's 11 points of slashing damage into this creature, which I think should be enough to do him. Yeah, he had 1 hit point left. Bothrid is literally just gonna stabs in, lifts it up, slams him down sort of onto the floor with the additional rage there, and then it's just looking around wildly for his next target. 45 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. There we go. Reckless against
45 is mega,
HA.
isn't it?
That is a 24 to hit. That's going to do the job. So that is then 10, 12 points of slashing damage against HA. That is going to kill it outright. Bothrid just runs up, and as he's running, spins the double-bladed quarterstaff and head straight off. That's going to be Bothrid's go because he's got no more movement. Okay. Hobgoblin B is now surrounded, looking, and is just going to rush at Kirik. 5, 10, just straight up to there. And he's going to try
Instantly
and
die.
Yep, just going to try and two-handed you with a longsword. Misses. Just runs at you, swings, you just lift the shield up.
I use my Wrath of the Raven Queen.
Your armor class is ridiculous, man.
It's got a shield
In a good
and
way.
very nice armor.
22 points of necrotic damage. And-
And it was almost like this was a full-on samurai moment as the hobgoblin just runs up, swings at you, stares at you dead in the eye as this energy just cascades out and turns HB to ash.
It's almost like you in Greenflower, this Kirik. Just fucking demolishing stuff.
So that'll be that. Goblin E is crapping itself. Only got half its movement speed. 5, 10, 15 is going to turn as it sort of gets to that stage. Is going to quickly just turn around and sort of half fire the short bow back towards Kirik. I'm going to say it's a disadvantage for the way it's trying to fire it. Watch me get a natural 20 now. That's a 7. So that just cascades off into nowhere. G-Bow is going to pull out another javelin. Where is it? No, he's not. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to get to there, to you, Ander, and it's just going to swing at you twice with a scimitar. Second attack, however, does have disadvantage.
Might actually
First
take
one
some
is
damage.
a natural 20 to hit.
Yep.
So you are going to take 8 points of slashing damage.
Just uncanny dodge it for shits and giggles.
Oh, you're
I want to see
shitting
what the
me.
second one's going to be.
Well, if it wasn't at disadvantage, that would have been a natural 20. Unfortunately, it's 23. I rolled a 19 and a 20 on that one. So
The
that's
20
going to be an
is not hit,
additional
so
8
that
points.
So the first 8 was my temporary hit point, so technically I still haven't took any damage, and then I'm going to uncanny dodge the second one for 4.
So as you do, you sort of stab in, and this sort of radiant energy just bleeds off over you, and then it swings again to draw across you. And you, at sort of the last minute, you just step back, so it just slightly grazes the front of you, and you can see G-Bow
took
just
the
go.
edge off my nipple.
Paper cut.
G-Bow got no more movement.
Oh,
However,
has he finished? Ah, cock! I used the wrong reaction. I could have used my skirmisher one to move away from him without taking an opportunity. I haven't got to use it yet because I'm usually so far away.
Yeah.
Mud.
well, if you want to.
It was worth it for the laugh of... No, it was worth it just to half the 8 to 4.
You sure? Okay. You'll go.
Yeah.
In which case, Kirik, over to you.
Seeing the G's
Goblin
running,
trying to get away.
Yeah, I'm gonna let him get away if he can, and I will. Seeing that there's one that is still attacking my friends, I will just cast Toll the Dead on him.
Okay.
What, on Jibo?
Yeah.
On Jibo.
Ah,
Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving
He's
throw,
dead.
please.
I don't think I've got to kill anyone yet, have I?
Get to 12.
Fails. 3d12. Wow, 29 points of necrotic damage.
I think he's dead.
Bell sound just out. You see Jibo, as he's trying to attack you, Ander, just freezes, and it's almost like the skin goes very pale grey, almost turns to stone slightly, and then just wisps away. Gone. So that'll be Kirik's go.
Yep.
Dargon, it is your turn. Are we doing anything with GE or?
Yeah, I mean, there's no way I would make it. I'm just going to walk over and pick
I
up.
mean, you can dash.
I've already got to go over and get Timiel's Wrath, so I'm just going to walk up, grab it,
That's true.
and just start fucking, wipe the goblin off him.
Literally like toothpick sort of.
Yeah, that's it.
Wipe it in the snow a little bit.
That's my go. I'm good.
Okay. Ander.
I will hop up on this rock and I am going to shoot GE right through the fucking head with my bow and arrow. There we go. 29 to hit
Yep.
with 10 piercing damage.
It's alright. As you hop up and sort of pull back and you aim down, this goblin at the last minute just turns and is scrabbling away and is out. And we are out of combat.
Can the arrow take him down and then impale him on the floor so then he's like,
Yeah, go for it.
coming out of his head.
So it's just this sort of shocked look on its face as it impaled in the snow on the floor, blood just seeping out around as Bothrid just continues to anymore.
No, I think that was the last of it.
I'll just be wiping the blood off Timiel's Wrath on my arm, just like, no more. They're all fucking gone.
Bothrid will throw the double-bladed quarterstaff into the dirt, fall onto his knees, and just roars out. And there's sort of an anguished, pained sort of sound as he does so, and then calms down slightly. And I think with it being 11:15 tonight, I think we'll leave it there and deal with the aftermath next week. So, thank you all for bearing with us. That was one hell of a fight that you can see I was not planning on. I was hoping they were going to go quietly, but I should have really expected my players. They never go quietly. So, that has been episode 55 of Malt Magic: The Forgotten Kingdom of Nylin. What a wild ride it's been. Some interactions with nature as opposed to monsters. Of course, we had to throw some monsters in there. We will find out why they were there, maybe, next week. But thank you all for joining us. Thanks for the interaction with the chat. It's been fantastic. If you're not already following, please do follow us on Twitch. Get yourself that opportunity to potentially design an NPC with me to feature in the game. And as I say, we'll discuss what happens after that. Apparently, Ander's going to wear Danny, who plays Ander, is going to wear a purple dress if we hit 100 followers. So there you go. But with that, thank you very much to the tools we've used tonight: to Wildware Rodeo, D&D Beyond, Hero Forge, Incarnate. I'm going to forget some 5e Magic Shop, Kassoon. Tabletop audio, of course, and without battle bards, those sound effects would have just not been present and made some of those attacks seem slightly less than they were. Some great bow shots there. Toll the Dead is always one of our favourites. But yeah, if you want to, of course, get your own sound effects, as I said at the beginning, use the code Mortal Magic as you register at BattleBards and get yourselves a cheeky discount off them. Check out the social media. check out YouTube and also check out the podcast. And I think with that, I will call it a night. So thank you all for joining us once more. We will see you again next week.